elementary education, criminal justice, or social work, our academic programs will open doors for your future, all while you participate in activities like music, theater, or athletics. Learn more about why KWU's the place to be by visiting kwu.edu. That's kwu.edu.
At Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, two-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan.
Direct their attention to the south end of the track. First up, we have Callie Augustine. Callie is the daughter of Jason and Jamie Augustine. Callie is on the cross country and track teams. She's also president of Student Council and vice president of NHS. Callie is escorted tonight by Cooper Carlin. Cooper is the son of Mike and Stephanie Carlin. Cooper is on basketball and track teams. He is also involved in NHS and FBLA. Next up, we have Abby Comerford. Abby is the daughter of Ryan and Amy Comerford. Abby is on the cross-country and track teams. She's also involved in NHS. Abby is escorted by Sam Knopf. Sam is the son of Jeff and Rachel Knopf. Sam is on the basketball and baseball teams and also involved in NHS. Next up, we have Addison Rohr. Addison is the daughter of Justin and Jody Rohr. Addison is on basketball and softball teams. She is also involved in NHS, Science Club, and Trust. Addison is escorted this evening by Tucker Thaxton. Tucker is the son of Casey Thaxton. He is on the football and track teams. He is also involved in FFA and has an internship at Schooler Grain Elevator. Our next attendant is Christina Wingo. Christina is the daughter of Mark and Pam Wingo. Christina's on the volleyball and track teams. She is also involved in FCCLA, SAFE, and Student Council. Christina is escorted tonight by Jacob Toney. Jacob is the son of Curtis and Shalia Toney. Jacob is on the cross-country and track teams. He's also involved in FBLA and serves on the tech team at church. Next up, we have Emma Zerflew. Emma is the daughter of Lance and Angel Zerflew. Emma is on softball team. She's also involved in Science Club, NHS, and publications. Emma is escorted this evening by Evan Watkins. Evan is the son of Jeff and Beth Watkins. Evan is on football and baseball teams. He is also involved in FFA and NHS. Last year's homecoming queen was Maddie Harris. She is attending Kansas State University, and last year's homecoming king was Daniel Kerr. Daniel is also attending Kansas State University. Assisting Maddie and Daniel tonight are the crown bearers, Carter Hill. Carter is the son of Daryl and Shantae Hill, and Gabriella Owen is the daughter of Nick and Ava Owen. And now for the crowning of your 2024 Homecoming King. May I have the cell phone, please? The king is Evan Watkins. Attaboy, Carter. Good job, Daniel. And our Quim Homecoming Queen this year is Callie Augustine. Thank you, and congratulations to all the participants.
For acquiring investment property, call Winnell Garrettson, Salina Homes.
What a call! Touchdown, Trojan!
Buy or sell, call Winnell.
Time now for tonight's scouting report for Southeast of Saline football.
Back here on Countdown to Kickoff, getting ready for Southeast of Saline Trojan Football Homecoming 2024. Here on the campus of Southeast of Saline, the Trojans tonight taking on the Lyons. Lions, as we go behind enemy lines and look at the Lions, Tyler Henry joins us here from Eagle Radio and everything sports. Tyler, boy, this Lions team is tough to get ready for. They've just had such a bad run over the last few years, and Southeast of Saline was just pretty much thrust into playing Lions a couple of years ago because we got matched up in the same district with Southeast and Lions. Now, Lions part of the NCAA, and when you look at their schedule this year, they're going to play every NCAA team to start the season except for Sacred Heart, and that's probably one of the teams they should be playing, honestly. But boy, when you look at their schedule, it's tough. It is a team that was looking for a home as far as league goes, and they found their place in the NCAA. Football, though, is a little bit better this year. We do see some positives. They won a game against Republic County. What's your take on the Lions when you look in from the outside?
Yeah, I think the win is big. I think you look back to a 21-20 win over Republic County, and yeah, you can look at that. You can say, well, Republic County is also a team that struggled this season, but I think it's important to remember that they went for two, Republic County, to try to win that game. This is a Lions defense that was able to stand tall at the goal line on the two-point conversion and find a way to pick up a critical victory. So, it's also a team for Southeast of Saline, whether you want to acknowledge where they're at necessarily as a program right now or not, that you're going to be seeing in years to come. Like you said, there's district overlap, there's league overlap. It's a Lions squad that you've played each of the last few years. I think the thing that'll be interesting to me to see, and I'll be interested to get your take after the game this Friday, have they done a good enough job of kind of laying that groundwork? Because normally when you have a couple of bad seasons like what Lions has, this is the time where you start to see some of that bear fruit just a little bit. And that doesn't always come in the way of wins, but what will be interesting to see is how they can contend with a team of Southeast of Saline's caliber, and if they can find a way to keep this close, even if they're not in the game.
Looking at the Lions this year, they do have some nice pieces, some good skill spots. You see a familiar name at quarterback in Ethan Luck. They have a freshman running back who's been putting up good numbers in the rushing game. I'm just not sure how good they are up front right now with the offensive line. I think that also translates over to the defensive side of the ball. They do have a good defensive lineman that leads the leads the team in tackles and also tackles for loss. 13 tackles for loss so far on the year. They have a good linebacker and a good safety. Again, that's Ethan Luck in the second level of their defense. So I do see some competitiveness. I don't think it's going to be the team that Southeast of Saline went to Lions 2 years ago and beat 94-0. Also, last year, remember, Southeast of Saline beat this team here at Steve Fritz Field 60-7. I think it's going to be more competitive, but if you're the Trojans, you don't have time to feel sorry for anybody. You're starting district play, and now is the time that the wheels really need to start going at full speed. You also have some injuries that you need to get through as well. So this game, if it's going to be a down opponent, it's coming at a good time for Southeast. I want your take, though, in the last three games for the Trojans. How big has this last 3 games of the season been for Southeast of Saline? You go to Clay Center and get a victory. You're back at home. You reschedule from Friday night to Saturday night. You go to K-Dub. You beat Beloit soundly. Then you go on the road to Kingman and really impress everyone around the state with a 40-6 victory over Kingman. How big was this last 3-game stretch the Southeast just went through?
Oh, I also have a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Gebhardt every single week, and I think the thing that stands out to me the most, he said in these last 3 weeks, look, the wins are nice, but we saw these kids grow up a little bit. This is what Southeast of Saline does. Every single year they come out, and the sophomores become juniors. You see guys step up and replace that senior class. They have got a lot of young talent. They have a lot of guys that needed to get to grips, not just with the speed of what a varsity game is, Devin, but with what the speed is like in a playoff-type atmosphere against a playoff-caliber team, and they got that. You saw them struggle and kind of put the pieces together in that Clay Center game, but then they really turned it on. A confident, dominant victory over Beloit. They do the same, even shorthanded last week at Kingman. I think that's huge because, yes, those are not district games outside. Those are not district games that are going to help for your playoff seeding. But they're important because when you get into November, when you start playing meaningful playoff football, those are the games that are going to have the biggest impact. It's not the games against Lyons or Hillsborough or Halstead or even Ellsworth, depending on where the Bearcats are at that point. Those are the games Southeast is going to reference of, look, we've been here before. We know what this kind of competition is like. And not only that, we know how to win against teams of that caliber. That is what is going to carry Southeast of Saline come November.
What's your opinion on this district? This is a district that Southeast will start, like we said, tonight against Lyons. In the last couple of years, they have stepped out of district play kind of in the middle of the run and then came back into it. That won't be the case this year. They'll rattle off 4 consecutive district games in a row, and it's the same district. Usually you see a 2-year flip. We didn't see that this year. It is Lyons. It is Hillsborough next week. Then it's Halstead at home. Then it's on the road at Ellsworth. I think right now, as we look at this district, Tyler, and I'm curious to get your opinion, I think it's Southeast of Saline. Then I think you take Halstead, Hillsborough, and Ellsworth, and you put them in a bag and you shake them up real hard, and you don't know who's going to come out first amongst those 3 teams.
You know, I would actually disagree. It's one of the few times I think I've ever disagreed with you about anything on air. I still think Ellsworth is a class above a team like Hillsborough and a team like Halstead. Remember, that's a Hillsborough team that hasn't really played anybody. They come in at 2-2. They really did those smoke Halstead 27-0. That game was not competitive. I still think this is an Ellsworth team that, you know, at least in my opinion, I've had a chance to see them in person. I don't know necessarily that they're at Southeast of Saline level. I don't know that this is the year that they're going to be able to go out and kind of take the district and maybe even the league back. But I do think that they do differentiate themselves from a team like Hillsborough. And, you know, again, you go back and look at that win over Minneapolis that they, you know, had to maybe make a few late adjustments in. But I think you're really going to see over these next 3 weeks, Ellsworth start to kind of pull away just a little bit. But like we know, it all comes down to that Week 8 matchup, and that really is the big difference. Like we talked about last season between Southeast and Ellsworth, by the time you get to that last game of the year, if you're Southeast of Saline, you've played 3 perennial state powers. If you're Ellsworth, what is your staple win? Because it's going to be potentially over a Beloit team, potentially over a Hillsborough team, but the game against Southeast of Saline Week 8, that is going to be the first time that Ellsworth sees an opponent of that caliber, whereas Southeast, like you mentioned, they played one each of the last 3 weeks.
Could be the 3rd consecutive year we see a 7-0 Southeast of Saline team play a 7-0 Ellsworth team for the district title and the league title. That could be where we're heading, but still a lot of work to do until we get there. Coming up next, we'll talk to head coach Mitch Gebhardt. We'll see his take on the Trojans. This has been Tyler Henry, and Tyler will be on the call tonight out in Brookville as he has Solomon and El Saline in the 8-man ranks. Tyler, have a good call tonight, my friend.
Thank you so much. You as well.
Back with more Countdown to Kickoff. It's brought to you by L&L Advisors. Coming up here on KINA, it's Coach Gebhardt.
Hey, Trojans fans. This is Angela Gebhardt, proud wife of Southeast Saline head coach Mitch Gebhardt. Just like the Trojans strive for excellence on the field, the Bank of Tesket goes the extra mile to offer top-notch checking accounts that fit your style. Whether you're managing your day-to-day expenses or planning for the future, our checking accounts are easy, convenient, and tailored for you. Plus, with your local roots and friendly service, we're here to support you every step of the way. Go Trojans!
Bank of Tesket, member FDIC.
At Vernon Jewelers, we are celebrating 140 years of our family serving yours, serving you with the best in prices, quality, and the service to back it up. You can trust us for your unique custom pieces and any repair you may need. And just because we've been around for 140 years doesn't mean we are old and out of touch. It just means we're really good at what we do. Now is the time to shop for the holiday. Come see us in downtown Salina and look for the iconic Vernon Jewelers sign on Santa Fe, here for you since 1884.
You're listening to Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Back here on Countdown to Kickoff, getting ready for Southeast of Saline Trojan Football. It's homecoming here on the campus of SES, and Southeast of Saline getting ready to take on the Lyons. To chat all about it and get us updated on what's going on in the world of the Trojans is head coach Mitch Gebhardt. This interview presented by the Frisbee Construction. And Coach, boy, a good win for you last week at Kingman. Homecoming here tonight. And boy, things going really well right now with Southeast football, isn't it?
Yeah, they really are. It's a good thing to have happening.
So let's go back to that game last week at Kingman. We knew going in that this Trojan team wasn't 100%, had a couple of injuries, then a few of them happened during the game as well. And boy, I come away from there, and I told you off the air, I felt really different about this team coming out of the stadium last Friday night than what I did going into Kingman. And that's nothing negative one way or the other. I mean, I had positive thoughts that this team was very good anyway. But the depth that was shown, the different people in different places, and the way that the guys were able to just kind of navigate adversity was really impressive to me. What are your thoughts on the game last Friday?
Yeah, and I agree with you 100% on that. You know, I really felt like we did have some guys hurt that we're used to have play a lot of downs for us. And, we had some guys really step up when they stepped into those roles, and did an outstanding job with us during that. I really feel like we're building depth, and I'm sure in an interview early on in the year that was one of my big concerns was the depth of our team. And I thought our 11 guys that we put out there, whether it's on defense or offense or special teams or whatever it was, I felt like they'd be pretty good. But I was afraid that if, we got some guys dinged up and couldn't play the downs that we were expecting them to, we'd be in trouble. But we've had some guys really step up and do some good stuff. And I'm going to agree with you a little bit when we're walking away from that Kingman game. I felt really good about where our team's at and where we're headed.
When you look at the points and you look at the final score, 40-6, you would think, maybe this was an offensive explosion, but the offensive numbers as far as yardage go, really not that impressive for Southeast of Saline, according to your current standards. You come out of there with total yardage under 300 yards, about 258, about 100 yards passing, about 160 yards rushing, but it was a short field all night, and I want to start previewing the offense, but I really want to talk about the defense and special teams because I thought this game was dominated by the defensive side of the ball, and the special teams made their plays for you as well.
Yeah, I agree with you. I thought our defense was very, very good. And like I said, we were missing some kids that we rely on pretty heavily, and we had kids really step up and make plays for us. I thought our defense played very well. I thought we played awful physical, probably as physical as we've played all year for sure. And we played some physical games, but I felt like we were even more physical against Kingman. Special teams have been a big key for us all season. I feel like we're doing a good job on those special teams, and that's an important part of the game. It can flip a field. It can when an offense doesn't have to drive the ball as far, there's the percentage that they're going to score up is a lot higher, and that's the way that was the whole time during the Kingman game.
Let's talk about some individuals on that defense. You had Deacon Bear, who was usually a defensive lineman. He was in the middle linebacker spot along with Evan Watkins, who kind of found himself in a new spot there starting as well. Tiernan Potacek got a lot of time at safety because Gannon Jacobson got a little dinged up in this game as well. Just those three guys just moving around, then also additional snaps for people like Drew Weller. Brody Chambers was really good in this game. I mean, I just kind of go around. Amarion Holub on defense. We talked about him a ton on offense, but on defense he played pretty well. Your corners were solid in this game. Boy, there's a lot of guys you can talk about individually, isn't there?
Oh, there really is. And I'm going to start with Deacon because we asked him on Monday morning, hey, we wanted to do some middle linebacker stuff, and he played that as a freshman and sophomore, and we moved him. We were a little short on D-line, and we want a quick, tough guy in there, and so we moved him to the D-line last year where he played the whole season, and we asked him, hey, you willing to take some reps there and kind of see what it looks like, and of course, Deacon embraced that as a good team player that he is, and he did an outstanding job there. But you're right, there were guys that got extra reps. With Killian Vaughn being hurt, Drew had to do all the snaps at center, and then play his normal amount on defense also. So we had a lot of guys step up and did a good job.
Your defense was able to get a safety, so points on the board for the defense for the first time this year. And then also the special teams came in. You were successful at almost all your 2-point conversions after touchdown. Malachi continues to kick the ball for you well, and he continues to put the returning teams in just kind of uncomfortable situations, I would call it. That ball is on the turf, it seems like, for an extraordinary amount of time, and they're scrambling to make adjustments. Meanwhile, your guys are running full speed down there to try to recover it. That's got to be one of the most exciting plays you have this year is when you get to kick off, isn't it?
It really is, and Malachi is doing an outstanding job of placing it where we want it placed. And, and then you got to give credit also to those guys that are hustling to get down there.
Yeah.
We recovered one against Beloit, and we're awful close several times there against Kingman. The guys do a good job when they get there, and they make the tackle. So, I really feel like our special teams are doing a good job.
On offense, you were able to kind of spread the ball around a little bit. Gannon Jacobson, we talked about him getting dinged up a little bit. Still hung in there, though, did his thing with Tucker Thaxton. Amarion Holub, though, is a guy that you've been telling me about. You told me about him before we played Minneapolis in week number 1. And you made the comment that he deserves more playing time than he's getting. And, boy, he got his chance to shine, and he took advantage of it. 2 touchdowns, 1 receiving, 1 brushing. And he was just kind of – I like Amarion watching him run because he will kind of stretch out to the outside, and then it's a different style than what Grady has. Talk about Amarion and his running style.
Yeah, he is. He's kind of a slasher, and he's fast. I mean, we've been blessed with guys with speed, and he catches the ball well. He caught a touchdown pass and ran for a touchdown in this game. Did an outstanding job. And he played every meaningful down there at our nickel. And so he played an outstanding game, and he just continues to get better. And we're building depth again. Grady gets tired when he comes back, or Amarion gets tired. We can rotate those 2 guys in and feel comfortable with most everything that we do.
40-6, you get the final score. That moves Southeast of Saline to 4-0 on the year. Now in front of you, all the district games. Halfway through the season now of the 8 regular season games schedule with 4 district games left. What do you think about this team in general? What's some things that you need to work on? What do you feel really good about at this point with Southeast?
And we watch film every Monday, and we're always pointing things out that we can obviously do better. And the kids are embracing that and listening to it and trying to do everything they can to become better. I think we're progressing, and that's what we want to do. We progressively get better, and that's what you want to do. You want to be playing your best football later in the season, and I really believe if we look at week 1 film to week 4 film against Kingman, I think we're a different football team, and I think we're much improved, and that's what we just want to continue to do. We got 4 more games here that we're 5 games I guess that we're guaranteed, but we got 4. Before we get out of districts, and we're excited to hopefully keep gaining and keep getting better.
How much have you talked about with the guys, and how much maybe are they aware of what you just did? This is kind of a different schedule this year for Southeast football, and the 3 games that you just went through were really big games. 2 of them on the road at Clay Center, at Kingman. You had Beloit at home. That got rescheduled, bumped to a Saturday. You're successful there. I know you don't want everyone to sit there and pat yourselves on the back and feel good about yourselves because that's when something bad happens the next week. But do the guys have a feeling? Do they know what they just accomplished in the last 3 weeks?
I don't know if they do or not. We always talk about going 1-0 for that week, and we take 1 week at a time. And and I feel like they want to get better, and they want to do that, and they want to every week. We understand that we got to prepare for that team that we're going to play. So I don't know if they've realized what I mean. That was a 3-game stretch that was tough, and I'm not sure they realize what we've gone through, but. It's exciting that we did it as well as we did, and hopefully we just continue to get better.
Coming up now, district play. It's a little different. Last few years, matter of fact, you've started district play, then stepped out to play a non-district opponent. This year, though, and next year, you will play 4 in a row as far as the district games go. That starts tonight at Lyons. Before we talk about them, how's everything going with Southeast of Saline football from the lower levels on up? Catch us up on what's been going on with the junior high and also with your JV team.
Yeah, our JV team, we played Kingman Monday night and beat them 40-8, I believe. No, 40-19. 40-19. We didn't start the game out very well, but we sure finished well. And, the kids were excited about that win. That was a big win for us. They brought in a good JV team, so our JV hasn't lost yet. Junior high has lost a couple tough ones here lately, but those guys continue to get better.
Getting ready for Lyons tonight. It's homecoming here on the campus of Southeast of Saline. And when you look at this Lyons team, obviously they have struggled over the last few years, and you've had some really big games and big scores against the Lyons. But this is a team that when you look at them, now some names that are familiar, right? A quarterback that's been under center for the last 3 years. You have a freshman running back that is not familiar, but he is doing some nice things. You have a good core of defensive guys. It seems like they have a leader at each one of the 3 levels. They have a good D lineman, a good linebacker, and a good safety. What do you see when you look at the Lyons on tape?
And I think you're right. I think they're gaining experience. Some of those guys were awful young when they had to play, a couple years ago, and some of those guys are the older guys now. They're big. Their linemen are good size. Their quarterback does a nice job. They got a couple good receivers there on offense, and then defensively, they're getting better with what they do on defense, and I think that's just basically because of experience. A lot of those kids were awful young when they started playing, so we got to make sure that we do a good job.
When you look at this game here tonight, as I said, halfway through the season, once we kick it off tonight, we're on the second half of the regular season of 8 games. What do you want to see most from your guys here tonight, Coach?
We need to continue to take care of the football. We've done a pretty good job with that. We haven't put it on the ground a lot. We probably throw more interceptions than I'd like, but we just need to make sure take care of the football, get first downs, and handle that. Defensively, we just need to stay aggressive, make sure we're doing our job, and make sure we tackle when we get there. And then special teams, we want to continue to get better. I've been excited about our special teams, and I sure want to continue to be that way.
Mitch Gebhardt, head coach of the Southeast of Saline Trojans. His guys back at home tonight at Steve Fritz Field to take on the Lyons. Coach, best of luck. We'll talk to you at halftime.
All right, sounds great. Thank you.
Back with more Trojan pregame after this on KINA.
In the trenches and on the ground, that's where the game is won. Isaacson Truck Line is a proud supporter of the Southeast of Saline Trojans. For local and long-haul service of freight and livestock, call Isaacson Truck Line, reminding you to have a safe Friday night on the roads. Wreak havoc, Trojans.
The Appliance Center. It's where you go to shop for washers, dryers, kitchen appliances, furniture, pellet grills, TVs, and so much more. If you are looking for a local, family-owned business, visit the Appliance Center. We're in the big red and white building on South Broadway in Salina. Come experience the Appliance Center difference.
Fall is the absolute best time for the experts at Commercial Tire Centers to look over your vehicle. Summer was tough on your tires, and winter's coming on strong. You don't want to be left stranded with tires that aren't performing. Car, truck, SUV, trailers, farm, and big rigs. Commercial Tire will help you keep safe and productive. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th in Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help you with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing.
Check.
L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach, right off Crawford, and in the Central Mall, Salina, and downtown McPherson. Based on honesty and trust, contact L&L Advisors today.
The Southeast of Saline School District has a long-standing reputation for excellence. This excellence in public education has been a source of great pride and one of the factors contributing to the quality of life in our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation works in partnership with the USD 306 School District and the community that it serves to maximize student potential, thereby creating a lasting legacy, not only for our children, but for our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation salutes the Trojan Sports Program.
This has been Countdown to Kickoff. The opening kick is right around the corner. It's about to get ugly. Back to the stadium we go for Trojan football on KINA Sports.
Welcome back into the campus of Southeast of Saline. Steve Fritz Field. It is homecoming night, and already some royalty has been crowned before the game today. Callie Augustine is the 2024 Southeast of Saline homecoming queen. Evan Watkins is the king, as the royalty out on the track before the game. Captains on the field right now. It is Grady Gebhardt, Tucker Thaxton, along with the king, Evan Watkins. Grady Gebhardt in street clothes tonight. He will not play. He is still a little dinged up. Also, Killian Vaughn sitting out tonight as we check the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Injury Report for Southeast of Saline. Other than that, I'm told things are pretty good to go for Southeast of Saline as they get ready for this game here tonight against Lyons. When we check the current conditions and what this game's going to look like, brought to you by the Kniper Agency of Farmers Insurance. 78 degrees here at kickoff. an east-southeast breeze under 10 miles an hour. It will drop to about 68. That breeze will stay consistent, make it just good enough for football weather here tonight. Current conditions and game conditions brought to you by the Kniper Agency of Farmers Insurance. Russ, road to 5-0 starts tonight. This, not only a district game for the first time this season, it's also a league contest as the Lyons have jumped into the NCAA from now going forward. We will see them during football, possibly. Definitely during basketball, 2 times a year with a here and there. And get used to it. The Lions are going to be in the NCAA from now on out. And this is a team that looks to just kind of come in and compete with Southeast of Saline tonight and keep things a little bit manageable.
Yeah, and I think you're exactly right. You just got to keep it simple. I think you go back to the last 2 times that these teams have played, it's been really lopsided. We saw 2 years ago a 94-0, a 60-6, 7, whatever it was. But 2 years ago, you give up negative 11 yards for the whole game. Keep it simple against this Lions team.
Absolutely. As Southeast of Saline comes in, they're wearing their purple tops, white pants, that purple helmet with the Trojan logo on the side. Lions wearing some nifty gray bottoms with a blue stripe along the leg, white tops and a white helmet with the Lion logo on the side. As we're just about ready to go here, Malachi Hopkins ready to put it on the tee and get things going. Glad you could join us for Homecoming 2024 here on the campus of SES SD Fritz Field. We'll check some games that we'll be tracking all night long as we go through with the Bennington State Bank scoreboard here tonight as well. Hopkins has it teed up. He has his hand in the air. We are ready to go as you view it with live stream video on SalinaPost.com. Malachi Hopkins kicking right to left as we get things underway. It's a low-line drive kick. It's going to skip into the breadbasket of a Lions defender, and he's working his way off to the left-hand side, has some space, and he's going to be tackled as he's crossing the 40-yard line. Detrell Stanley that time for the Lions. So the Lions will come out here with good field position. They will start Ethan Luck. Luck, a starter from last year, but he wasn't the quarterback coming into this season. Their starting quarterback got hurt against Beloit, broke his collarbone, so Ethan Luck now into that spot, 24 of 51, 458 yards, 3 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. He is also a threat to carry the ball with 148 yards and 2 touchdowns. He'll have Xander Young and Tegan Link along with Will Miller, Quanick Hamilton, and Detrell Stanley, the skill spots around quarterback Ethan Luck. Pistol formation as Luck looking at that defensive front that is shifting back and forth for Southeast of Saline. Long count, takes the play clock down to 5, hands it off, a little counter play, starts out to the right by Young, and the freshman tailback is driven back. He will lose a couple of yards on first down. Up front for Southeast of Saline, it's Bryson Lipple, Drew Weller, along with Brody Chambers, Ian Nicholson, Kendall Minimum, Trey Droege. Name them, you're going to plug them in on that defensive line tonight. Deacon Bear's going to step back to linebacker along with Amarion Holub and along with Canyon Douglas, and Evan Watkins. Your corners are Tucker Thaxton, Malachi Hopkins, and Gannon Jacobson is your safety. Jacobson up right now near the line of scrimmage. No safety out there really to speak of. Hollub's going to backpedal and take the deep man here defensively for Southeast of Saline, and it's going to be a pass that is overthrown on the left-hand side. All of a sudden it's 3rd down and 13.
And I think if you're Lions, you're going to have to continue to roll the quarterback to the outside because getting pressure up the middle is what Southeast has been known for the last couple of years. So if you're Lions, you're going to have to go around to the other side.
Oh for 1 in the passing game. Loss of 3 in the running game. 3rd down and 13. Ball at the 39. Here's the give. And this time it goes to Young. He's going to drop the football, but it's caused by the ground. It comes out. He's going to be spotted down here around the 45-yard line. As he is going to have a gain. Geez, they're going to say 9 yards on that play by Young. 4th down and 4 coming up. He made it all the way out to the 47.5-yard line. Nice carry there by the freshman. Lions giving the look like they want to go for it here on a 4th and 4 at midfield. 2 receivers out to the left, nothing to the right-hand side. Luck looking that way the whole time. It's going to be complete, bobbled, but a first down here for the Lions. They needed 3 or 4 on the play. They got 5 on the first completion with Ethan Luck out there to the left-hand side. Detrell Stanley on that catch. Now a run back ahead for 1 yard.
Tackle by Ian Nicholson. No gain on the play. Second down, Lions.
Second down and 10 coming up. Lyons has taken it into Southeast territory here, just inside of the 49-yard line. Another 1-yard carry there. Second down and 10. Again, Lyons being very patient here. We thought we would see this with them taking down the play clock. They're going to snap it within 10 about every time. This time 6 seconds on the clock. Over the middle of the field, and a pass that is complete, and another first down for the Lions as they take it to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 14 that time. Ethan Luck once again going back to Detrell Stanley, who has 2 catches for 19 yards.
Yeah, doing a good job in the middle of the field, just working it wide open.
First down and 10. Here's a run, again, back in the middle of the field, nothing working there.
No gain on the play.
No gain on the play, brings up second down and 10. 4 carries, 7 yards for the freshman at tailback for Lyons. Second down and 10 here at the 35-yard line. Lions in southeast of Saline territory. This is the opening drive, pistol formation. Again, no wide receivers to the right. It's all to the left. That one almost knocked out of the air by Bryson Lippold. It's going to go out to the left. Malachi Hopkins is going to make the tackle after a gain of about 5. That time on the play, Quanick Hamilton came out and made the catch for 5 yards. So Hamilton getting in on the action there as they have moved the football now to the 30-yard line. Third down and 5. Third down and 5 from the 30. Good drive here by Lyons to start this game. Shotgun back to Luck, looking right the whole way. Nothing out there. It's going to be covered. Now he's going to be forced to scramble all the way out to the sideline. He's forced out of bounds by Tucker Thaxton. The two end up on the track as Ethan Luck goes for a barrel roll. He's going to be ran out of bounds here at the 33-yard line, and a loss of 3 on the scramble that time by Ethan Luck. That will drive Lions back now to a 4th and 7 situation, back to the 38-yard line. So 4th down coming up here for Lions. They do have a kicker who is very, very capable. I'm told maybe 50-yardish is his capability on kicks, and we might see that here as they are lined up ready to go. It's Kane Villasenor. They're going to put this down at the 40-yard line. It's going to be a 50-yard attempt. Snap back, placement is down, and this one's going to be way short as this one goes end over end and bounces, and we'll have a change of possession. Actually, the ball's still sitting there. It can be returnable. Gannon Jacobson going to go back after it. Jacobson picks it up at the goal line. Now he's on the return to the 10, to the 20, picks up a couple of blockers. Jacobson still on his feet and finally ran out of bounds at the 40-yard line. A heads-up play by Gannon Jacobson going back, picking up that live football that was sitting back at the goal line, and Gannon Jacobson brings it all the way back out here. They're going to put him down here. Let's see, at the 40 or the 41. Let's see where the officials want to spot this down, and it's going to be at the 40-yard line. So Jacobson just saved his team about 20 yards on that play. What an incredible return there by Gannon Jacobson. Here's a play now. Jacobson swallowed up as he's going to lose a couple of yards. Actually, they're going to give him forward progress here to the 1.
Yeah,
excuse me, 2-1.
Excuse me, good push right there up the middle to stop that 4 Lions. Now if you're Southeast, settle back in. Maybe get Amarion Hall a couple touches earlier. We saw what he could do last week.
Welcome. Pitch out right-hand side, Amarion Hollub. He is going to take it on the sweep, has 5 yards down the sideline. We'll see where they spot him. He is very close to the chains. If he was able to stay in bounds, as Amarion just kind of looked like he was on the side of his shoes the whole time running over there. Looks like the chain gang wants to move the chains, but they're going to tell referees are going to tell him to stay put here. He was ran out of bounds at the 46. So a gain of 5 that time for Amarion Hollub. Here is a snap. And a fake to Hollop. Jacobson's going to keep it, and he's going to go ahead near the first down sticks. It's going to be a 4th and short here after a gain of 2 by Gannon Jacobson.
And it's no surprise, once again, this week that the Southeast offensive line clearly undersized to this Lions team, who is really, really big up front. So hopefully they can get outside and use their speed.
4th and a yard. Pistol formation. Hollop directly behind Jacobson. Berrigan, a receiver by himself to the right. 2 receivers to the left. Jacobson will give it to Amarion Hollop. He'll have the first down as he tries to bounce it out. He moves into Lions territory at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 3 by Amarion Hollop. 2 carries, 8 yards, a first down, a new set of downs as Southeast of Saline now moves in to Lions territory at the 49.
And you got to go quick, and we'll touch on some of this size here after this play.
First down and 10. Jacobson rolling out to the right, has a couple of blockers, lets it fly, right-hand side. Berrigan leaping forward, trying to get that football at the 20, and Jacobson running on the sweep out to the right, nearly had Caden Berrigan.
Yeah, he just over the outstretched arms, but you got some of these these inside guys for Lions. Josh Grissom, 6'5", 370 pounds. You got 250, 250, 295, so you're going to have to play tough up front.
First pass attempt by Jacobson, incomplete down the right-hand side. Second down and 10 from the Lions 49. Fake to Hollop. Here's Jacobson. Has 2 blockers out in front to the 40. Cuts it back at the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Cuts back on another Lion. And he is going to move it in this Case IH red zone. Brought to you by Can Equip in Solomon. A nifty run by quarterback Gannon Jacobson.
And even better, a patient run right there by Gannon. Malachi Hopkins was out there lead blocking for him and kind of let Malachi get set up so he wouldn't hit a block in the back, and Gannon just spun that back inside. So a good job right there, a good positive play early on in downs to get it in the Can Equip red zone.
Longest offensive play of the night so far of this game, 41 yards for Jacobson. Now he's going to hand it to Thaxton on the end around. Thaxton has a seam, might have flirted with the 5-yard line, but they're going to say no. They're actually going to put him down here at the 7. So a gain of 2 on Tucker Thaxton's first carry. Doesn't carry the ball a lot. Coming into this game, Tucker Thaxton only had, so far on the season, 7 carries. That was number 8. Second down and goal from the 7. Shotgun formation again. Jacobson rolling out to the left. Sees somebody in the back of the end zone, floats it up, and throws it too high and hot for Malachi Hopkins. He had Thaxton and Hopkins both in the same area. Throws it incomplete, out of bounds.
Yeah, Malachi's on that deep back corner of the end zone. Tucker kind of cut his route off quick, and Tucker was wide open for touchdown number 8 receiving on the year right there. So no harm, no foul. Brings up third down. 2 plays to get this in the end zone.
Third and goal from the 7. Southeast of Saline looking for their first points of this game. 0-0 as we work our way through the first quarter. Still early, 6:15 left to go here in this contest in the first. Going heavy on the right-hand side. Malachi Hopkins by himself to the left. They're going to fake the pitch out to the left. Jacobson comes back around and nearly throws an interception. It was too short. Boy, you need to take that last pass and this pass and put them together to hit the middle somewhere. The first one too hot, this one too short. 0 of 3 passing to start this game for Southeast of Saline, who now faces a 4th and goal at the 7.
And that was like role reversal from the last play. You touched on it. Malachi wide open in the back of the end zone on that one. You maybe like to see Gannon take a couple more steps out, square his shoulders up, get your vision broad so you can see everything. Got a lot of room on this near side over here.
There's going to be a timeout here, as looks like Carl Nolan will take a timeout for Lions. We will take it as well. 30-second timeout, back with this 4th down play. It's 4th and goal for Southeast of Saline when we come back.
Hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
You're listening to Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Welcome back here to the Fritz on the campus of Southeast of Saline High School. Steve Fritz Field, Devin Haney along with Russ Kossel. Trey Tolley providing that live stream video if you want a live look in. You can find that video, go through salinapost.com. There are a ton of links and images there that you can click. It'll take you to the offerings tonight, not only this game, but also Sacred Heart at Sedgwick, and Solomon at El Saline. 4th down and goal from the 7. Jacobson, shotgun snap, fakes it in the belly of Amarion Hollop. Now he's going to roll out and throw a pass that is inside the end zone to Tucker Thaxton. Thaxton took a shot from safety Ethan Luck, but it's still going to count for 6 as Tucker Thaxton in there for another touchdown on the year. It is his 8th scoring touchdown for Tucker Thaxton.
Yeah, Tucker coming into this game, 25 catches, 303 yards. You know, averaging 12.1 yards a catch, only needed 7 right there to get his 8th touchdown.
Southeast of Saline trying to go for 2. Jacobson keeps it, and he tries to sweep it out to the right-hand side, and he will not be able to get in. But Southeast of Saline takes their opening possession down the field, and they score. 6:04 left to go here. First quarter, Southeast of Saline leads at 6-0 as you listen to Trojan Football on KINA.
T-shirts, hoodies, hats, and more available off the rack or customized. At CopyCo, they offer all the printing and custom apparel you need at the prices and fast turnaround you've come to expect over the last 30 years as your local hometown print shop. Whether you're a die-hard Trojan fan, a coach planning the next big event, or a business looking to sponsor the team, they've got everything you need to show your Southeast of Saline spirit. CopyCo, more than just a copy center, a proud sponsor of Southeast of Saline.
You are listening to Southeast Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Other games going on tonight around the area as we check the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. As I mentioned on the Salina Post network of video, you have Sacred Heart at Sedgwick, Solomon at El Saline. You also in the area have Salina Central versus Newton, Salina South versus Valley Center, Abilene versus Marysville, Chapman versus Concordia. Malachi Hopkins ready to kick it away. It's a high pop-up kick targeting the 20-yard line. It's going to be fielded and then kicked out of bounds by Lyons, and they're going to spot this starting drive. It'll be Lyons' second drive of the game. They will start out at the 25-yard line.
Continuing on that Bennington State Bank scoreboard, Class 2A, really where you got to start. You're in that time of the year where you got to start paying attention to your classification. Probably the other biggest game in the area. It involves teams that Southeast plays. Norton at Beloit. Norton, Southeast kind of battling in that top 1, 2, 3, a big matchup at Beloit.
Lions on for their second drive. First one, they made it to about the 30-yard line. Tried a 50-yard field goal. That one didn't work. Lions back on now for their second possession, trailing 6-0. 2 wide receivers to the right. Ethan Luck takes the snap. He's going to roll out to the right, being chased by Deacon Bear, has to get rid of it, and it's a ball that is floated out of bounds over here on the Southeast of Saline sideline as Deacon Bear giving chase that time to the Lions quarterback Ethan Luck. Deacon played very, very well, kind of changing spots. We heard Mitch Gebhardt in pregame tell us that he's back there at linebacker to relieve the absence of Grady Gebhardt and also Killian Vaughn. But Deacon had a really good night last Friday at Kingman. He starts out here chasing the quarterback as well.
Yeah, just as much in the backfield last week against Kingman from his nose tackle spot as he was at linebacker.
Weller, Chambers up front as well, as Evan Watkins comes in and makes the stick here for Southeast of Saline. Also out there, Kendall Miniman playing defensive line, as Xavier Young goes for a carry of 4. 5 carries, 11 yards for the freshman tailback.
Yeah, he looks good running the ball. Shoulder pads down, level, runs through the tackle. Got an extra 1.5 yards right there after contact.
From the 29, third down for Lions. 3rd down and 6. Again, they go heavy formation to the left-hand side. Nobody split out wide to the right. Luck taking this play clock down, set 5. Now asks for the snap. He's looking right. Little screen play out there to Hamilton. And Hamilton chasing the first down stick. Looks like he's going to be a little bit short here. It'll be 4th down for Lions coming up. Let's see where they spot him. It's going to be at the 33, 34-yard line. So a gain of 5, but that still leaves 1 yard.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's a full yard. It's almost the length of the football. They got it spotted where the end of the ball is almost in the paint. So big 4th down right here for Southeast. Try to get off the field and flip this over.
4th and 1. Less than 1 for Lions. Here comes the blitz for Southeast of Salina as they try to clog that middle and everything going backwards here for Lions. This will all depend on forward progress and where the line judges from the sides saw that football. They are standing inside of the 35-yard line. That won't be enough. They're going to put it down and eyeball it here and see where we're at. They do move the the ball marker ahead just a little bit, and now looks like they might measure for this, which we really love.
At least this time, the last time they had to measure, they had to run 60 yards all the way across the field. This one just to the near hash. So let's touch on that. I know we don't want to live in the past, but what happened last week with the Southeast team? You had some injuries. Grady comes in, plays one play. Then you got to move guys around. As it's going to be a short on fourth down right there, Southeast will take over. But I think you talked to Mitch Gebhardt about the depth that we have seen and the growth that this team has had from really week 1 to now is incredible.
Yeah, not only the score, not only the way they handled Kingman, but just the guys that were stepping up. And this team, I was told, had some depth when we were coming into the season, and they were able to showcase that last week. Off to good start here. Turnover on downs there by Lyons will give Southeast of Saline's offense good field position here as they start out with the football just inside of the 35-yard line. Jacobson back in the shotgun, wants to let it fly, rips it down the left-hand side, has Tucker Thaxton who drops the football between the 5 and the 10-yard lines. Tucker had to whoa up and wait on that football just a little bit, and it came into his hands as he was standing still with 2 Lions running at him, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, I think Tucker may have got a little ahead of himself right there. He saw that ball just about to his hands, turned his head to look upfield, hit him right between the twos, and fell down, looking for receiving touchdown number 9 on the year. Just got to follow that one in.
2nd and 10, a cluster of receivers to the left-hand side. Jacobson fixed the pitch out right. Now he rolls out to the left after turning around. He's going to have Kenyon Douglas. Douglas at the 20, Douglas at the 10, Douglas inside of the 5. As once again, Southeast of Saline will visit the Case IH Red Zone, brought to you by Can Equip in Solomon. Visit their new state-of-the-art facility just off I-70 in Solomon, the former area of Chuck Henry Sales.
Yeah, and Kenyon Douglas looking for his first receiving touchdown of the year right there. Just had one defender in the way, tried to run him over. Good open field tackle right there for Lyons.
31 yards to Kenyon Douglas. First down and goal now into the belly of Amarion Holub, and for the second week in a row, Holub ahead for the touchdown. Amarion Holub gets a touchdown on the run from 4 yards away. That is his 4th rushing touchdown of the year.
Yeah, really good job right there by the offensive line. Winning the line of scrimmage, running Lions back into the end zone. Amarion just had to tuck right behind Brody Chambers, Kendall Minimum, everybody on that offensive line. Wellers, they're going to set up in the swinging gate right here for the 2-point conversion.
Going for 2. They missed it on the first opportunity. Snap back to Jacobson. He's going to roll out to the right. May just be able to tuck it and run, but he's going to throw it up in the back corner of the end zone. It's going to be out of bounds. Thaxton made the catch, but couldn't keep his feet in the field of play. So we'll step away after another Trojan touchdown at Southeast of Saline. 12, Lions 0 with 4:14 left to go here in the first quarter.
Maids in Salina offers house cleaning services you can see and feel. Your home is more than just a house. It's where memories are made and moments are cherished. Though life can be complicated, house cleaning shouldn't be. Mary Maid strives to take the stress out of your day so you can live your life your way. With more than 40 years experience and an advanced time-tested cleaning process, they can help you reclaim time with your loved ones. Find Mary Maids on Facebook or check out their website at marymaids.com.
You're listening to Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
When the Trojans are at home, we have the luxury and the really necessity of Sage products. When you go to the cafeteria, to the bathrooms, anywhere you go, you see the touchless paper towel dispensers, the soap dispensers, all the products that you can use in your home, office, or school. If you're not at Southeast of Saline, you want to stock up on Sage products, call my buddy Gabe at Sage Products. He is a proud supporter of Southeast of Saline. Here's the kickoff, and it goes once again mishandled at the 20-yard line. Southeast of Saline down there like a couple of missiles, and they are going to get a stop as the Lions will start out their 3rd drive of the contest here at their own 27-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like Landon Albright was the first one down there, really kind of slowed him up. Didn't really, tried to break down to make that tackle, put a move on him, but nonetheless slowed him up. Came down, made the tackle. Good job right there by Southeast kick coverage.
So Lions getting ready to start their 3rd drive of the contest. They will huddle up here, and they will take a lot of time here off the clock.
I apologize. That might have been Kendall Minimum down there.
Okay.
5 and 3 scrunched up. Look about the same. We'll give them both credit on that one.
I like it. 12-0. Lions just standing around waiting on that play clock. It's down inside of 5, down inside of 3, 2, and 1. And now looks like we have maybe shoe maintenance as they're asking for a reset of the play clock. One of the wide receivers, Detrell Stanley, over there on the sideline, walked over to one of his assistant coaches and was asking for some help with his right hoof. So they'll take care of that over there. Everybody needs a shoe guy.
Yeah.
First down and 10 here from the 27-yard line. Lions trying to run it. Luck keeps it off the left-hand side, runs out of bounds on the Lions sideline. Looks like it's going to be a gain of 6.
And Ethan Luck's had really good luck, for lack of better terms, running the ball tonight. Getting outside, inside, he's getting 5 to 6 yards. It's just they try to give it to somebody else, and they go absolutely nowhere with it.
Deacon Showalter, 6'3", 200-pound senior, was their starting quarterback. He broke his collarbone, from what I understand, against Beloit earlier this season. That was a league contest for Lyons and Beloit, and they're knocking out all the NCAA teams right off their schedule. I mean, they jumped into the NCAA with both feet. Second down and 4, Luck drops the football, and that's going to be a killer. Back to the 30-yard line. He's going to drop and take a 5-yard loss here. Boy, that really hurts.
Yeah, he had a chance to pick that up, and he looked up, and Ian Nicholson, probably eyes as big as $half, ready to just lay him out, just kind of grabbed it up and stayed down on one knee. So big positive yardage on first down. Now on second down, you give all of that right back with about the second or third mishandled snap tonight.
Another game to keep an eye on in Class 4A. Bueller and Wamego tonight are tangling. 2 receivers out to the right, 2 receivers out to the left. Luck asks for it, third down and 8. Drops back. He's going to have some heat as he throws, and it's going to be over the top of everybody as Thaxton watches this go by, and it's going to be incomplete. 4 out of 6 passing the football for Ethan Luck. He only has 2 incompletions. It's going to bring up fourth down once again for the Lions as they have the ball sitting at their own 30-yard line. They have not punted as of yet. They have a missed field goal of 50 yards. They also have a turnover on downs. That gave Southeast a short field.
Went for it on 4th and inches and didn't get it. I can't imagine they're going to go for it on 4th and 8 deep in their own territory right here.
Jacobson, Thaxton back deep for Southeast of Saline, standing between their own 30 and 35-yard lines. Again, Lions just trying to slow the pace of this game a little bit, trying to steal momentum away from Southeast. They're going to snap this punt back with 1 second on the play clock. This thing's going to pop straight up into the lights, and it's going to come down at the 40 and now take a Southeast of Saline bounce all the way back where it's going to be touched first by the Lions at the 50-yard line. So that punt is going to net only 20 yards, and Southeast of Saline will come out for their 3rd possession of the night. So far, 2 for 2 on touchdowns, 0 for 2 on point afters, and 3:12 left to go here in the first quarter. It's 12-0 Southeast as Gannon Jacobson brings the guys back out. As we go over the lineup for Southeast of Saline, along with Jacobson, it's Tucker Thaxton, Amarion Hollub, Evan Watkins, Caden Berrigan, Malachi Hopkins. The guys up front, and these are rotating, but the starters are listed as Ian Nicholson, Deacon Bear, Drew Weller, Brody Chambers, and Kendall Miniman. 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. First down, 10. Pitch out left. Hollub. Amarion has 5 yards, has some steam. 10 yards, 15 yards, and then finally bumped out of bounds after a gain of 17 yards. 17 yards for Amarion Hollub off the left-hand side. His longest carry of the night.
Yeah, that was really led up front by Ian Nicholson, Brody Chambers, Evan Watkins on the outside, just clearing the way. Brody Chambers, Ian Nicholson, the farthest down the field. You love that. You want to see that from your offensive line.
First and 10 from the Lions 33. Jacobson on the fake. He's going to keep it. Taps his brake. Now back on the gas. Now back on the brake, and he's going to be taken down here at the 25-yard line. Now the pile surges forward a little bit. I don't think he's going to get much, though, out of that. It's a gain of 8 for Gannon Jacobson. He's so patient when he runs, but, boy, when he smashes the accelerator down, he can go.
And I see a lot of the same style as far as patient-wise goes as Gannon has with Grady Gebhardt. Obviously not playing tonight, but we've noticed Grady the same way. Very patient this year, letting the play develop.
2nd and 2 from the 25. Jacobson being chased this time as he rolls out, wants to pass, throws it up in the air, and it's going to be intercepted, incomplete. The Lions again, it's just there's something going on the left-hand side of this offense. That ball was in between Thaxton and Hopkins again, and I don't know if it's wrong routes, the wrong reads, what's going on. Good defense maybe, I don't know, but the balls are not where they need to be.
And it very easily could be receivers are not where they're supposed to be, right? You get 4 guys on the near side outside the hash. 2 guys can cover all 4 of them. You only have 15 yards to go right there.
3rd down and 2 after the incomplete pass. Jacobson, pitch out. We'll go back to Amarion Holub this time. A wall of blockers out in front as he follows Nicholson, and he's going to be down inside the 15, spotted at the 14. It's a gain of 11 for Amarion Holub. He was running behind a couple of blockers that time, but namely Ian Nicholson on that left tackle.
Man, that's 2 running plays of Ian Nicholson just releasing down the field and just headhunting anybody he can find.
Inside the Case IH red zone again, brought to you by Caniquip and Solomon. Jacobson running out. He's going to take it, tuck it, dive ahead, touchdown. Jacobson just put a Lion on his back haunches and is able to score his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season. This one coming from southeast of Saline's drive. It's going to cap it off with a 13-yard Jacobson run.
And Gannon coming into this game is averaging 6.4 yards a carry, 53 yards a game. So a much better job and a decision right there to pull that thing down when no receivers are open, regardless of who's guarding who, and just tucking it and running as they're set up in the swinging gate.
Trying to go for 2 again. This time they'll run it off the left-hand side, and it is going to score, as this time it's Canyon Douglas taking it into the end zone. So finally a point after here for southeast of Saline as they're able to get 20 on the board. 2:12 left to play here in the first quarter. So far all Trojans from Steve Fritz Field here on KINA.
Proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Football on KINA.
The last 2 touchdowns for southeast of Saline were 2 minutes and 2 seconds apart in separation as they were able to get down the field, score once again. A 5-play drive that time for southeast of Saline, capped by Gannon Jacobson on a 13-yard touchdown run.
And we've seen this year Southeast have a 15-play drive, a 17-play drive. They've ran 18 plays tonight and got 3 scores. So very efficient tonight for the Southeast offense and defense, just doing what they do best. However, negative in the turnover battle that we probably don't talk about enough where this team usually is.
Hopkins with his hand in the air. He's ready to uncork another one. Let's see where this one's going to go. It's going to target the left hash. Going to take a bounce. It'll be brought in by the Lions, Detrell Stanley. Stanley trying to make his way over to the left-hand side of the field, and he'll be brought down at about the 26-yard line. Messenger Total Promotions, the official outfitter of KINA's broadcast crew, also anybody doing sports for Eagle Communications. We go to Messenger Total Promotions in downtown Salina. They make us look good, and we thank them for that.
Very much so.
Great spot. You can go in there, you can get southeast of Saline stuff. If you have a gift you want to give to somebody that goes to Central, South, Sacred Heart, Ellsworth, Bennington, Minneapolis, any of the area schools, Messenger Total Promotions will take care of you, and they get done fast, too.
Yeah,
it's
real
crazy
fast.
how fast they get that done.
Good-looking stuff, too.
Like it. First down for Lyons. They have it again. This is their 4th drive of the game from their own 27-yard line. Slipping a little screen in there, and that one's going to be blown up. Bryson Lippold comes in, and he delivers the Salina Pain Clinic hit of the game in the first quarter. It's going to be a loss of 2 on that play.
Yeah, Kendall Minimum in there as well with him on that tackle, but what a stick. And we saw this last week. Kingman tried to run these screen plays, and Brody Chambers last week read them screens. He sniffed them out every single time they tried to run them.
Loss of 2 on that play. 2nd down and 12. Ball sitting at the 25-yard line. Again, Ethan Luck taking this clock down. And the snap comes back, and the officials are going to blow this dead. Brody Chambers is coming back thinking that was a live ball. I'm not sure that I would disagree with that.
Well, it's got to be something, right? A penalty, a false start. You can't just blow it dead because they weren't ready for the snap.
Maybe personal safety?
Well, that's the only thing I can think of because that's the last guy you want running through untouched. But There has to be something called.
Procedure here against Lyons will be the call. That'll back them up 5. Now to the 20-yard line.
Well, usually you see a false start on everybody but the center, but that time the center went, nobody else did.
Second down and 15. Football at the 20-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, a slot back to the left. Ethan Luck back to pass. Tried to go, looked like maybe in the slot that time, targeting Detrell Stanley, but that ball was grounded into the dirt. I'm not sure. It looked like maybe he saw a Southeast defender creeping back in that area. Tried to keep it, but ended up firing it into the turf.
Yeah, and that play was going to net maybe 2 yards anyway. It was covered very well in the middle of the field by this Trojan defense. So once again, Lyons put in a very familiar spot tonight. 3rd and about 15 to go, 17.
Last minute of the first quarter here. Southeast of Saline leads at 20-0. 3rd down and 15 from the 20. Lyons wearing those white tops, blue pants. Gray pants with a blue stripe. Here's Luck and Weller coming at him, bearing down. Luck gets rid of it to the left-hand side. Good coverage over there on that side by Malachi Hopkins, guarding a much bigger receiver over there in Javier Solis, who has 4 catches, 120 yards on the season, but that one just kind of went over the top. I think if Solis might have kept running, he would have had a better chance at that one, but it goes incomplete for Lyons. 4th down.
Yeah, he had about a step and a half on Malachi right there. Malachi, great makeup speed, and now Gannon's going to check out from the punt return and maybe saw some speed right there. We're going to leave Malachi Hopkins back there with Tucker Thaxton.
Got a bunch of 2s back there. Malachi wearing just a single deuce, double deuce there for Tucker Thaxton. As those 2 standing at about their own 40. Now Thaxton's going to take a step up. Lob of a snap back to the punter, who's going to put this one over the head of Malachi Hopkins, who puts his hand on it. Thaxton has to come over and grab it, and he pays for it and takes a shot. Boy, Thaxton, the security blanket there, as Hopkins messed up on that punt return. That just goes to experience, right? You're not back there a lot. That's his first return attempt that I can recall this year. Was going over his head, and he tried to jump up and knock it out of the air, and Thaxton there to save the day for Southeast of Saline.
You can't take the wide receiver out of somebody when you're going back there. He almost went up, tried to one-hand catch that, something you never want to do in pump formation. Nonetheless, no harm, no foul. Southeast takes over here with 38.1 left to go in the first quarter.
Good field position again for the Trojans, but one of the worst starts they've had tonight. They started their own 34. Final minute of the first quarter. Fake it to Thaxton. Jacobson keeps it in the middle of the turf into the second level. Now he's going out 10, 15, and then steps out of bounds. See where they spot him here. He crosses midfield, and he's going to step out at the 45-yard line. So a gain that time of 21 yards by Gannon Jacobson, who already has unofficially 86 yards on 6 carries.
Yeah, good job right there. Fake that, ride it right out, and then just take off right up the middle where it was wide open.
First down and 10. Here's the give to Kenyon Douglas. He's stringing it out on the left-hand side. Has a block from Thaxton, and he's going to be caught from behind. If this tackle isn't made over here by Ethan Luck, he's probably going to score, as Gannon Jacobson takes it to the 36-yard line after a gain of 9.
I mean, and that's how you defeat the team that's much bigger than you, is they're going to go quick here. Might catch Lyons offside, subbing out. They're going to have to get a timeout.
Douglas on the gain of 8. And this is a substitution timeout Lyons has to take with 7 seconds left in the first quarter. We'll keep it right here, Chris. And, boy, good start here for Southeast of Saline as we get a chance to catch our breath. A lot of games going on across the area. And then, of course, coming up in Gypsum on Saturday, October 19th is the Gypsum Fall Festival. You can have a complete list of times and events on their Facebook page, and that's the best place for that information. Look on Facebook on their search bar, Gypsum Valley Booster Club. They're going to have a parade, of course, a lot of food, arm wrestling tournament, a motorcycle show, a lot of good things going on in Gypsum for the Gypsum Fall Festival. That's coming up on Saturday, October 19th, again on Facebook. A full schedule of events, Gypsum Valley Booster Club.
Quick check of the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. These are end of first quarter scores. TMP 14-8. Riley County 13, St. Mary's 6. Cheney going on the road, playing down a class, going to Hoisington, playing the state runner-up from last year, and Hoisington down early 14-0 to Cheney in the first quarter.
Talk about just kind of what Southeast of Saline does. The longevity, the continuation of success. Hoisington played in the state title game last year. they could start out 1-4 after tonight.
Yeah, and it's crazy to think about that way, that you have teams like that can just have that massive turnaround.
2nd down and 1. Jacobson with a cluster of 3 to the right-hand side. A little head and shoulder pump fake. Now he has guys all around him. He has to get out of there, and he throws it away. I think he throws it away over to the right-hand side. Caden Berrigan was close to him. But, boy, Gannon Jacobson that time had a couple of guys bearing down on him. One of those guys for Lyons was Hendrick Starbuck, the linebacker, who is 2nd on the team in tackles. What a great name, huh? Hendrick Starbuck. Incomplete pass there by Jacobson. 1 of 7 passing the football.
It hasn't looked real comfortable at all throwing the ball tonight.
3rd down and a long yard. Jacobson this time is going to keep it, and he will have the 1st down at the end of the 1st quarter as he sneaks it inside the 35 to the 33. At the end of 1, 20-0 is our score. Southeast of Saline leading Lyons as we are homecoming 2024. We'll be back to Steve Fritz Field after this. You're listening to Trojan Football on KINA and watching on SalinaPost.com.
Team, I want to represent our community and keep this place somewhere we can all be proud to call home. My name is Lori Blake, and I'm running to be your representative in the Kansas House. As a hometown girl, I have committed to put in the work. That means listening to your concerns, learning about things I haven't had to know yet, and quite simply just showing up for you when things get tough. It's what I've done as a parent, neighbor, and friend. I am community invested, have leadership that's been tested, and am ready to work for you. Vote Lori Blake for Kansas on November 5th. Paid for by Lori Blake for Kansas, John Quinley, Treasurer.
When crop and weather conditions are just right, you need to bale as much as you can, as fast as you can, all while putting up the highest quality product possible. Case IH round balers have the reputation as the hardest working balers in the business to consistently build dense bales with square shoulders that don't sag. No matter the crop or field condition, bale more with Case IH round balers. With easier maintenance and serviceability, you'll spend more time where it counts. In the field, baling hay. Ready to build a better bale? Contact Can Equip in Solomon.
You're listening to Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Back to action here quickly. Jacobson all the way up to the right-hand side. Now he cuts it back. It's going to be a foot race. Jacobson looking for that pylon inside the 10, inside the 5. Touchdown. Gannon Jacobson from 34 yards away. He came all the way out to the right-hand side, hit the brake, went back to the left, and there was nobody there as the Lions defense over-pursued Gannon Jacobson, and he runs it in from 34 yards away.
Got number 3 about 5 minutes ago, number 4 rushing touchdown on the year right there. A pass play that you really like to see him roll out. Once again, nobody open, tuck that baby, plant that right foot. It's a dead sprint to the corner of the end zone as we set up for the swinging gate.
Going for the gate again, this time heavy to the left. Snap back to Jacobson. He's rolling out to the right into the back of the end zone. There's Tucker Thaxton. Boy, that is almost unstoppable. So Southeast of Saline gets back even on their point after touchdowns, and with 11:47 left to go here, first play of the 2nd quarter, Southeast of Saline scores again, and they go up 28-0 here on KINA.
Visit Suburban Appliance Center in Salina to see the Whirlpool washer with 2 ways to wash, thanks to the 2-in-1 removable agitator. With a flexible capacity, you can take the agitator out for bulky loads or keep it in for items like jeans. Shop now at Suburban Appliance Center and get twice the washer you have at home. Suburban Appliance Center in Salina, located at 1900 South 9th Street, or check them out at suburbanappliancecenter.com.
You're listening to Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Back here at Steve Fritz Field, 28-0 after a Gannon Jacobson 34-yard touchdown run. Unofficially now, 8 carries, 123 yards, and we are 1 play in to the 2nd quarter. Malachi Hopkins has the ball on the tee as he is just about ready to kick it away once again here for Southeast of Saline. He'll target the right-hand sideline this time as the ball is up. Quantick Hamilton will take it at the 15. He's going to come out and step out of bounds at about the 30. If you're looking for a job or maybe a new career, you want to check out Salina Regional. They are hiring for all of their properties in Lindsborg, Concordia, Salina, Abilene. Just go to their website, srhc.com, or call Tess Modro in Human Resources. All kinds of jobs. They are hiring for all positions along the network of Salina Regional Healthcare. 31-yard line will be the start this time for the Lions' 5th drive of the game. 28-0, Southeast of Saline here on homecoming. 2 wide receivers dispatch out to the left-hand side, 2 also to the right-hand side for quarterback Ethan Luck. So far, 5 of 9 throwing the football. Not a bad night. No turnovers yet either for Lyons. Luck drops back, wants to run it. He's going to be swallowed up and dropped. Holy cow, what a play that was by Ian Nicholson, the senior. Just kind of stayed home that time, Russ, and Ethan Luck didn't have a chance. Nicholson has impressed me this season, but especially the last 2 games.
So let's go back to the kickoff that didn't seem to really matter. The first guy down there is Ian Nicholson. He is now playing defensive line. As big as a guy is, the athletic ability to not only do that, but he put on a spit move. He was blocked and just spun and came right back around, right into the play. What a phenomenal job that Ian Nicholson did on that play.
4-yard loss back to the 28-yard line. 2 wide receivers again on each side. Shotgun formation for Luck. It's 2nd down and 14. Luck looking to the right-hand side. Now he's going to roll out that way, chased by Deacon Bear. He'll get it out for a ball that is intercepted. Yes! Going down, getting that football for a takeaway is Kenyon Douglas. Douglas on the turf. It was on the far side. We really couldn't see it. Then the official said, yes, it's going southeast of Saline's way. And Kenyon Douglas has a takeaway for this defense.
Yeah, and a good job by Kenyon to secure that one. But an even better job, Deacon Bear coming from that linebacker spot, able to chase Luck down outside the pocket, forcing him to throw that ball. And Kenyon just planting that right foot in the ground and coming right back to the defender, and more importantly, getting both hands underneath the football.
Kenyon Douglas continues to play well. 2 wide receivers to the right. Jacobson fakes the run. He wants to pass. He'll take it down the right-hand side. Caden Berrigan into the end zone. Jacobson just dropped a dime from 30 yards away to Caden Berrigan, his 2nd touchdown of the year.
Yeah, what a great route ran right there, and an even better play fake between, and I don't think we talk about this enough. There's a lot of misdirection with this Southeast offense. Gannon Jacobson holding that ball in the belly of Hollum all the way down, just kind of tucks it, nonchalantly turns around, and really Thaxton was open, but Caden Berrigan even more open down the sideline. What concentration by Caden to reel that one in and get into the end zone.
It's the 2nd touchdown of the night for Southeast of Saline in the passing game, and the 2-point conversion is good. Another score for Southeast. They're not putting much space between these touchdowns, and with 10:48 left to go in the 2nd quarter, it's 36-0 Trojans here on KINA.
It is 3rd down and 8 for the Trojans. They really need to make the right call here.
During the football game, it's crucial to make the right call. And in real estate, one call can bring a positive outcome from your real estate experience. Whether you're looking for rural property, upsizing to make room for the family, downsizing, or acquiring investment property, call Winnell Garrettson, Salina Homes.
What a call! Touchdown, Trojans!
Buy or sell, call Winnell.
You're listening to Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Southeast of Salinas ran 2 offensive plays in the 2nd quarter, and they have scored 16 points on those 2 plays. Gannon Jacobson now a couple of touchdowns throwing, 2 touchdowns on the ground. His latest target for pay dirt was Caden Berrigan, as both Berrigan and Thaxton have touchdown receptions.
That was only Caden's 7th catch of the year.
Here's a kick that is mishandled by Lyons. The watermelon's rolling. Here comes a couple of Trojans, and it's going to be recovered. It is Evan Watkins coming in and taking a ball that was mishandled by the Lyons. Lyons coming up trying to get that football that time for the Lions was Jace Thompson. It came off his knee pad and went rolling across the field, and Evan Watkins was there to recover it.
And you want to talk about a guy laying himself out. Evan Watkins came down and just launched himself like a missile onto the ground to sell himself out for that football, as it appears that Jace Thompson still is down on the field.
So Evan Watkins recovers that fumble. A couple of takeaways now for the Southeast of Saline defense and special teams with 10:43 left to go. Of course, immediately on the scene there were the trainers that travel with Southeast of Saline from Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. They are out there to look at Jace Thompson. Also out there his teammate Will Miller, as head coach Carl Nolan comes across the field as we check the Bennington State Bank scoreboard for the first time. 20-0, Sedgwick leading Sacred Heart at last check. Also, as expected, Saline with an early lead over Solomon in 8-man action. Both those games can be viewed on Salina Post or after the game on Salina Post Sports YouTube page, free of charge. Check that now, 24-0.
Yeah, Saline up 24-0 on Solomon. Just scored, kicking off again. It's good to see Jace Thompson get up and go off the field, as that was a massive collision of two guys just going all out for the ball, and Evan Watkins able to come up with it.
22-yard line is where Southeast of Saline will start again, as they are not spacing these touchdowns out very far. They have not punted yet, as they are ready to go here. First down and 10 at the 22 in Lyons territory after that mishandled kick recovered by Southeast of Saline's Evan Watkins. Still 10:43 left to go here in this second quarter. At halftime, we will get an update on the Southeast of Saline Booster Club. There's a lot of things that are being boosted lately here at Southeast of Saline. We'll get an update on all that as Gannon Jacobson goes down the field, rips one into the end zone, and it's Canyon Douglas in the back of the end zone. An absolute peach dropped into the basket by Gannon Jacobson. From 22 yards away, Jacobson in the back of the end zone to Canyon Douglas.
That was the best throw Gannon Jacobson has had all year. He was double covered, rolling to the left, takes one step back to the right, squares it up, and just drops it right in the breadbasket of double coverage in the back of the end zone, Canyon Douglas. What a dime drop by Jacobson right there.
3 different receivers have caught touchdowns from Gannon Jacobson. Here's the direct snap to Canyon Douglas. He's going to put the cap on it and put the 2-point conversion up as well. Another timeout as Southeast of Saline is rolling. 10:36 left to go. Second quarter, Trojans out in front, 44-0.
This Friday night, your Southeast Trojans are hitting the field, and Hancock Chiropractic is proud to support your local athletes. At Hancock Chiropractic in Salina, they believe in keeping communities strong and healthy, just like our athletes. Whether you're recovering from a tough game or looking to stay at your best, they're here to help you move better and feel better. Because when our team wins, we all win. Call Hancock Chiropractic, 785-827-0354, or schedule online. Go Trojans! Powered by Hancock Chiropractic, where health meets performance.
You're listening to Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Southeast of Saline scored on the first play of the second quarter. Then they scored again at 10:48. Then they scored again at 10:36. Not a lot of space being inserted here. The last one, Jacobson to Canyon Douglas for 22 yards away. Canyon Douglas also ran in the 2-point conversion.
And Canyon, that's only his second catch on the year and his first touchdown. So good to see him spread the ball around.
Kicked by Malachi Hopkins. They're probably going to have to ice his kicking leg at halftime. He's been busy. It's going to bounce at the 20, then picked up, taken off to the right-hand side, and Lyons is going to get to about the 27, 28-yard line where they will have an offensive possession here. Boy, it can happen in a hurry, and we've seen Southeast of Saline just kind of get off to maybe a little bit of a rocky start here. But, boy, they are cruising right now, up 44-0.
Yeah, everything really going right now. What I really like to see is them. Gannon struggled early throwing the ball. He was 1 for 8, 1 for 9 there for a while. And now keep throwing the ball, let him settle down, let him get a throw in or two, to easy routes. But then that last one, I'm telling you, Devin, that is the best pass I've seen that young man throw all year.
Going to see some people on roster watch now as we have some rotators coming in. Caden Berrigan is taken over at corner on the right-hand side opposite of Malachi Hopkins. Also Terran Potacek in there at free safety to relieve Gannon Jacobson. First down and 10 for Lyons.
There's a jumbo package.
Ball sitting at the 28-yard line. Everybody in tight here for Lyons. They're going to try to run Ethan Luck behind that, and they will get a couple of yards. Everybody in tight that time. Boy, they got a couple big fellas in there too, don't they?
Yeah, they had Lucas Timberlake lined up there, 6'2", 250. They had another 250-pounder lined up in there in the backfield.
Well, and I didn't touch on this. I should have early on when we were going over starters. Their center, Josh Grisham, is 6'6", 270 pounds.
No, he's 300.
370. I cheated him out. Jeez. They got 4 yards on that carry.
Yeah, and it looks like, looking at them, they're just running the clock down here. They haven't even broken the huddle yet with 10 on the play clock. Now they're going to run up to the line.
At the 32. Second down and 6. Same formation Luck this time trying to string it out. Gets to the first down sticks, and then he's going to be ran out of bounds on the Lions sideline.
So they swapped centers right there and put a smaller guy at center, and Josh Grisham was lined up as a fullback at 6'5", 370 pounds. What does that show for this Southeast defense, though? They right there line up big. He still had to pop that thing outside because there was nowhere to go.
No gain on the play that time on the sweep to the right-hand side by Ethan Luck. Football sitting just short of the 33-yard line. Homecoming, if you're just tuning in with us, the royalty crowned for 2024, Miss Callie Augustine along with Evan Watkins. Evan already having a big night. 3rd down and 6. Again, tight formation, one wide receiver out to the right-hand side. Ethan Luck asking for the football. Actually, this is not Ethan Luck anymore. They have changed at quarterback. This is actually Xander Young running a little kind of wildcat formation here, and he's going to lose 4 yards.
Yeah, everything they had gained on those first 2 plays, they just lost on the 3rd play. And it looks like they're going to bring in now punt formation. Probably not looking to throw the ball very much anymore, as if it's an incomplete pass, the clock stops. I like what I see right here. Give Malachi another chance. Put him back there as you got him and Tucker Thaxton back to receive this punt.
Snap back. Punt, low line drive. It's going to be mishandled by Southeast, but they're going to pick it up. Thaxton able to get it off one bounce. Here comes Tucker Thaxton, 30 to the 40 to the 50. Flag on the play. Tucker Thaxton's going to be taken down here at the other 40-yard line as he had a great return, but there might have been a bad block in there as well for Southeast of Saline. We'll check this for Southeast. Boy, when Tucker gets going, we don't see him up close like that very often, but when he gets going, he is a load, isn't he?
Yeah, and not only with the speed-wise, but, man, he hits hard, shoulder pads down. But I think they're going to get Amarion Hollab over here at about the 50-yard line with a possible hold, maybe a block in the back, but it'll be marked off 10 yards from either the 48 or 49.
So it'll take Southeast of Saline back here just a little bit. Curious to see who comes out on offense for Southeast of Saline. We still have Hopkins out there. We still have Brody Chambers. Looks like we also have Trey Droege out there.
I think you're pretty much got the starters in there right now. Landon Albright now in there at the line of scrimmage as well.
Tyler Bramblett will split out wide to the right. Still Miniman, still Weller over center.
Cooper Westhoff in there on the end of the left side of the offensive line.
Jacobson at quarterback. From the 40, they'll give it to Amarion Hollab. And he will sprint through, pick up 4 yards. So Marion has not been busy tonight. That is just his 6th carry. But he has 44 yards, averaging 7.5 a carry.
Not very busy, but very productive.
As all of Southeast of Saline's offense has been. 2nd down and 6. After that gain of 4, back to Hollab, and Amarion ran right into a Lions defender that time. As Southeast of Saline had some blocking problems up front.
Well, a lot of what I'm seeing is Lions is going and just reaching out and then just pulling our offensive linemen straight down for Southeast. So something you got to watch out. Got to get stronger hands up there in the middle.
3rd down and 7. Jacobson wants to throw it out here. He was going for Tucker Thaxton. Thaxton didn't even close to making it out of his break there. A little miscommunication there on the 10th pass attempt of the game, I should say.
Yeah, it looked like a little, you're right, miscommunication, but I don't think Tucker was expecting the ball. He looked like he was coming out to block on this far side out there. If it was a pass for him, it was defended very well by Lyons. As Southeast is now facing their 2nd 4th down of the game, and offense staying out on the field.
4th down and 7. Football sitting at the 41-yard line. Gannon Jacobson takes the snap. Looking down the right-hand side. Now he's going to leave the pocket. He's going to run. Gets taken down between a couple of Lions that time. Coming in high that time was Will Miller. Also chasing him from behind was the leading tackler on this team from the defensive end. It's Jorge Saraceres.
And that's going to be a turnover on downs. For Southeast, come up about 1.5 yards short right there, did Gannon. So the first drive that's been stopped tonight, Lions able to come up and get the ball back in Southeast territory.
So Lions will take over here at the 47. First down and 10. In good field position here for the Lions. 2 wide receivers to the right. So snap back, ankle high. Ethan Luck does a good job getting it, but then he's going to be chased by Ian Nicholson. That ball's going to be jumped up for a jump ball. Kenyon Douglas nearly had a second interception of the night. That ball just floated up in the air forever off the right-hand side. Kenyon Douglas was over there on coverage and nearly had another interception.
Yeah, and the reason that is because Ian Nicholson was the first one through, and then just a freight train of purple jerseys coming through the line of scrimmage right there. But Ian Nicholson, man, he's having a breakout last 2 to 3 games.
Second down and 10. Play clock down to 10. Lions will break the huddle. Southeast of Saline, 47-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the right-hand side. They're going to run the option. Luck is going to have a late pitch over there to his running back, and he's going to fight and claw and do everything he can to make it back to the line of scrimmage. Give credit that time to Xander Young as he made it back to the line of scrimmage on that late pitch from his quarterback.
Yeah, Ethan Luck really had no desire to run that ball, as he probably could have fake pitched it and took straight off up the field.
Ethan Luck said good luck.
Yeah, he's having bad luck in the backfield tonight for Lions.
That'll bring up third down and 10. We advise you at halftime to listen in. We'll get the Booster Club update. We'll also check in on cross country. Good results yesterday from the golf course near Halstead. Talked to Wade Castleman earlier. Here's Ethan Luck. Out to the right-hand side, this is Will Miller. Miller's going to scamper his way up to the 40-yard line where he's ran out of bounds. Excuse me, I apologize. That was actually Xander Solis. So he made it to the 40-yard line. It's gained of 7.
And Xander put a good move on out there because he was set to be tackled for about a yard gain, and just one little jab step inside and gets outside to bring up 4th and much more manageable for this Lions offense.
They're at the 41. 4th down and 4. Clock still running. Play clock down to 5. Lions has done the best they can to shorten this game. Luck is hammered as he throws, as Brody Chambers comes storming through, put a big hit on Ethan Luck, and now Brody's going to help him up after a 4th down, turnover on downs. Good heat coming up the middle from Chambers and Weller.
Yeah, you may want to at least chip and not let 75 come unblocked, because that was an absolute vicious train wreck of a collision right there that Brody Chambers just put on.
So Southeast of Saline will get it back here. Gannon Jacobson brings the offense back out on the field. It's Berrigan to the right. Thaxton, Watkins, Hollab, Malachi Hopkins. Also coming over, they're going to have 3 wide receivers to the right-hand side.
Give an update on the Bankston State Bank scoreboard after this play.
Snap back to Jacobson. Here's the pitch. Hollab has a seam, 45, 50, and then ran into the back of a Lions player, and he's going to have a gain of 12. Amarion Hollab breaks off a dozen.
Yeah, Brody Chambers going over to talk to Xander Young, but on that update, halftime, District 4 Southeast, Hillsboro 6, Ellsworth 0.
Interesting, okay. Some talk about that game and how that could turn out tonight. First down and 10 after the gain of 12 by Amarion Hollab. Amarion has it again, sticks his toe inside. Now he's going to bounce it back out, and he's going to pick up 2, bring up second down and 8.
And that'll come with more experience for Amarion Hollab. Tucker Thaxton had his defender turn to the outside, and as soon as Amarion goes to the outside, Tucker gets up. He's like, hey, you got to run behind me. I have my guy pushed out. So just comes with reps that Amarion's getting.
Second down and 8 from the 46 in Lions territory. Here's Jacobson keeping it, negotiating some traffic. He is twisted, turned, and dropped down at the 40 after a gain of 6 for Gannon Jacobson.
Another game at the half. Beloit 7, Norton 0.
That game being played in Beloit. Norton, depending on what poll you look at, back and forth with Southeast of Salina as the number 1 ranked team in Class 2A. Also in the West, which is important to note. Jacobson rolling out on a 3rd and 3, wants to pass. Middle of the field, it's dropped. As he had a Marion Hollop, and again, Rush, you see that. You're the receiver here, so I'm going to you, but you see his head turn before the ball was secured, and it came out and popped out on the turf.
Yeah, he saw it into his hands just short enough to where he turned to look upfield, knowing he probably had a lot of open field there. So the second time tonight, these Southeast receivers, which we don't see them drop the ball very often, but now that's 2 drops right now for the Southeast team, 4th down and 3.
4th and 3. Jacobson rolling out to the right. Wants to throw it over the top. It's Thaxton who snatches it out of the air. Inside the 15, inside the 5, and taken down there. What a highlight catch up top off the top of the helmet by Tucker Thaxton.
Outstretched arms as he's going to be just short. They're going to mark him out at the 2-yard line. But once again, another dime drop by Gannon Jacobson. Throw it to where your guy is the only one that will have a chance to get it. Tucker puts them white gloves out as far stretch as he could get some snow cones that brings it back in, 1st and goal.
From the 2-yard line after the 38-yard touchdown, reception, they're going to give it back to Thaxton, who's just going to cruise it in. He was out for a Sunday drive that time and took it in on the left-hand side for Tucker Thaxton. That's just his 2nd carry of the game. 4 yards now for Tucker Thaxton, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the year.
Yeah, just why not reward the guy who just made the great catch to get it down there. Feed the guy who's hungry, 50-0. Everything rolling right here for Southeast, going in a standard formation.
Point after, going for 2. They sneak it inside. Amarion Hollop, he's going to follow big Brody Chambers out to the right-hand side, and he will score. Another 8-point trip for Southeast of Saline, highlighted by a catch from Tucker Thaxton on the throw from Gannon Jacobson. 4:57 left to go here. 2nd quarter, 52-0, Southeast of Saline on KINA.
Looking for a local brokerage firm to help you with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach, right off Crawford, and in the Central Mall, Salina, and downtown McPherson. Based on honesty and trust, contact L&L Advisors today.
You're listening to Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Southeast of Saline's Booster Club helps bring you live coverage to showcase exceptional student activities that build Purple Power. It's always a great day to be a Trojan. We'll get a Booster Club update coming up on the Commercial Tire Center's Booster Club report. Here's a kick. On the left-hand side of the field is Southeast of Saline chasing it down. Lyons is going to return it back to the 25, where that Lyons offense will come back out. Bryson Lippold down there on coverage, making the tackle for Southeast of Saline. Now the Trojans out in front, 52-0.
Yeah, everything rolling right now for Southeast. You still got to stay disciplined. Stay playing your game. Don't fall in, get those unsportsmanlike where you see other teams kind of get chippy when the score gets this lopsided. You got to stay locked in right now if you're the guys in purple.
1st down and 10. For Lyons. Starting at their own 25. 3 wide receivers to the left. Ethan Luck, 12-step drop, wants to throw. He's going to get rid of it. It's up like a punt, and Kenyon Douglas had the best beat on it, and it just goes over the top of everybody's heads, incomplete.
Yeah, intended for Xander Young, 4 Lions right there, but really Tiernan Potachik, Kenyon Douglas was the closest. Tyler Bramlett also out there in that coverage area. 3 guys covering 2 makes it pretty easy if you're the guys in purple.
2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass. Stick with us after the game tonight. 10 o'clock, we'll have the high school football scoreboard show. Scores and game wraps from across the state of Kansas. A full hour to catch you up on week number 5. It's brought to you by Salina Surgical Hospital. 2nd down and 10. Southeast showing blitz. Ethan Luck rolling out to the right, being chased again by Lippold, Chambers, and Weller. And he'll fire it into the dirt near the line of scrimmage, incomplete. After the good start for Lyons, which I was impressed with their passing game to start this. They started out 5 of 7. Since then, they're 1 of 8.
Yeah, Ethan Luck has not had a lot of time to throw the ball. He kind of got it out quick, on that first drive where all those completions came, and it's just really stalled out since then. They've moved the ball pretty well in that first drive, about 40 yards, and then really had nothing since then.
3rd down and 10 from their own 26-yard line. 2 receivers split out wide to the left, 2 receivers in tight to the right. They're going to run it straight up the gut, and this will go pretty much nowhere. Brody Chambers standing up that time on the defensive line, along with Kendall Miniman in there to make the tackle. Loss of 1 on the play.
And Lyons is going to drop back into punt formation once again. Back deep for Southeast is going to be the trio of 2s, Tucker Thaxton and Malachi Hopkins. I'd like to see Malachi get another shot here. Made that mistake, on the 2 punts ago, so I'd like to see him try to redeem himself a little bit right here.
Waiting the punt. Low snap. They dig it out, though. A couple guys back deep here. It's going to take a bounce. They're just going to let it go. And Lyons will take this one back to about the 33-yard line. Southeast of Saline will take over there with another drive here in the second quarter. 3:43 left to go here in the second quarter. Again, at halftime, we'll check cross-country results from yesterday. Another successful day for the Southeast of Saline runners, boys and girls. Also get a Booster Club update. We'll have stats from the first half, and we will also check scores from around the area with the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. But before all that, we'll get the comments of Mitch Gebhardt before he heads into the locker room at the break. First down for Southeast of Saline. They start out at their own 33-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They're going to put it in the belly of Amarion Hollup. He runs it off to the left-hand side, and he'll gain about 3 on the play. Amarion tonight, unofficially, that's his 10th carry, averaging just a little over 6 yards a carry. So he gets a gain of 3 that time. Football setting just outside of the 35. Second down and 7. Jacobson asking for the snap. Will fake it to Holland this time. Gannon Jacobson straight up the gut. He's across midfield at the 50. It's a foot race to the 40. Gannon Jacobson 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Gannon Jacobson does it again. This one on a little play action fake to Amarion Holub, and he is able to house it from 64 yards away. For Gannon Jacobson, it's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the night.
Yeah, just like you said, everything going right. He's seeing the field really well. Just take it and run right up the middle. Take what they're going to give you. So a good job right there once again. Offensive line doing their job to get that one in the end zone.
Unofficially now 200 yards rushing for Gannon Jacobson. Gannon keeping it, trying to go for 2. Has to glance off a couple of Lions, and he'll get it. Another 8-point trip here for Southeast of Saline with 3:13 left to go in the second quarter. It is Southeast 60, Lyons 0 on KINA.
Everhart Precision Ag are your experts in grid soil sampling. Everhart Precision Ag does all the sampling and data analysis in-house, keeping it local and close to the farm. They're also your local channel seedsman, selling all seeds with an emphasis in corn and soybeans. Trust Matt Everhart and Lane Hensley at Everhart Precision Ag, serving Saline, Dickinson, McPherson, and Ottawa counties, and also supporting Southeast of Saline Trojans. For more information, visit everhartprecision.com.
You're listening to Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
I want your junior QB to have a night. How about Gannon Jacobson so far this evening? 6 touchdowns, 3 in the air, 3 on the ground. Unofficially 200 yards rushing so far. Those 3 touchdowns in the air, by the way, to 3 different receivers. As Gannon Jacobson has this Southeast of Saline offense running on 10. As Southeast of Saline has taken a 60-0 lead over the Lyons. We'll go over all those scoring plays at the half as our scoring recaps are presented by Dr. Andrew Westbrook at the Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Visit Dr. Westbrook at his sports injury walk-in clinic every Monday and Thursday mornings for anything that LGU sports injury related. Here's the kickoff by Hopkins. It's going to be taken by Lyons. Dancing around between the 20 and 25-yard lines for the Lyons is Detrell Stanley, and he'll finally be brought down by the Southeast of Saline coverage team.
I'm real impressed on these kickoff coverages that what we would call the bigger guys, you know, the linemen that are getting down there, and Ian Nicholson, Kendall Minimum, you know, all those guys getting down there flying to the football.
And we're going to have a whole roster. I was going to tell you, other than just listening to our segments at halftime, you might want to get your roster out and get it ready to go. Take it out of your pocket, get the wrinkles out of it.
Mine's right up there next to you.
Yep, you're going to need it. Lions at the 25. As they will split out 3 wide receivers to the left. 3:05 left to go here in the first half. Ethan Luck in there at quarterback, takes a snap, wants to run the option to the right. He's going to keep it, and he will pile ahead and lose 1 on the play. Boy, this Southeast defense has seen all kinds of different looks, all kinds of different formations. They played pretty well tonight up front.
Yeah, and, you know, it's talked about it, outmatched really in just about every game this year, but you may outsize them, but I don't know anybody that's going to outwork these 6, 7 guys who rotate in on the defensive line.
2nd down and 11 as Lyons lost a yard there. Southeast able to push him back to the 24. Now those front guys moving around a little bit. Southeast has 3 down linemen, all down in a 4-point stance. Look at that. They'll try to pitch it out right-hand side this time to the tailback, Xavier Young. And he is tight-roping that far sideline. Xander Young. And we'll see where they spot him out of bounds over there on that far side. It's almost in town in Gypsum over there from where I look at it. So they're going to have him get 8.
Yeah, he was stopped. I mean, he broke 2 tackles right there at the line of scrimmage and was able to tightrope to get that 8-yard gain right there.
Puts him out to the 32 after a gain of 8, his second longest run of the night. 3rd down and 3. Clock continuing to roll, 1:40 left to go here in the second period. Lyons needs the 35 here to get a new set of downs. They have 2 downs to do it. 3rd down and 3, 1 receiver out to the left, 2 to the right. Ethan Luck drops the football, but he's able to have sticky fingers and pick it up. He is going to lose yardage back to the 29-yard line, though, as he's going to lose about 3 on that play. Could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, that had disaster written all over it. And down here on the side, Coach Potocik changing the play right there before the snap, sending some safeties back deep, looking for a pass right there, but unable to corral that. Now you're going to get, once again, punt formation for Lyons.
So punt formation again.
Tucker was back, and then they took him off and put Tiernan Potocik back there along with Malachi Hopkins.
Yeah, Hopkins and Potocik standing back at their own 35. They're going to call a timeout. Lyons going to take a timeout with 32.4 seconds left. It gives us a chance to thank some of the sponsors that help make our coverage of Southeast of Saline sports possible, like the Southeast of Saline Education Foundation, also the Shelter Insurance Agency of Kelly Kitchener, Anesthesia Associates, along with Salina Medical Aesthetics, the Appliance Center, Laundry Technicians, Stardust Trophy, Downtown Salina, also Bank of Tesket, Apex Shears, Isaacson Truck Line, along with Copyco and Phillips Seed Farms. I want to thank all those folks for helping us get you Southeast of Saline sports, not only on the air here on KINA, but also on video on SalinaPost.com.
Another update from the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. Halftime, Nemaha Central 41, Oskaloosa 0, Cheney 20, Hoisington 6.
Punt formation here. Again, Potocik and Hopkins back deep. Here's the kick. Had a little bit of heat on it that time. And it's going to be Tiernan Potocik from the 34-yard line. Has some space, has a blocker, twists out of a tackle, gets across midfield, and he will take it to the Lions' 48-yard line. Good run on the return that time by Tiernan Potocik, the sophomore.
Yeah, smallest guy on the field catching that one clean. breaks one tackle and just sticks his nose right in there and tries to get some extra yards. So
are you sure? I'm a long ways away, but he just walked by Caden Berrigan.
Yeah, I'm going to give Caden a little bit more than that.
All right, I got you. You're looking field level. I'm not. Plus, I have a fake lens, so that's the other thing.
Well, I forgot my glasses, so.
We're in bad shape. Potacic will stay in there at quarterback. He will turn. This is a running play. Counter left-hand side. And here's another big run coming through. Storming through on that left-hand side is Levon Hopkins as he is able to cradle the football for big yardage. All the way down to the 34. It's a gain of 14.
Yeah, he took that handoff from Tiernan and just lined up and just looked for – the hole was wide open and just sniffing contact out as it looks like they're going to take that last play and go with it to the half.
Southeast just kind of standing around. This group will get to play more in the second half as we are at halftime. Southeast of Saline hits the break with a lead of 60-0. They score 40 points in the second quarter alone, and it all came in a flurry. Boy, when they started, it was ready to go down on the field. Here's Coach.
Coach, a good productive first half. Gannon throwing the ball early, quite a few incompletions, maybe not making the right decision, but settling back in as the game went on.
Yeah, he did. I mean, I think he was forcing some things early on. Maybe saw some things that really weren't there, but I felt like he did settle down, and he made a great throw. His last two throws have been really, really good, deep balls. So, yeah, I think he's getting more comfortable. I
mean, defense playing well, obviously a shutout on the board, but your offense and defensive line have really set the tone this whole game.
Yeah, they really have, and I thought our offensive line did an outstanding job whether they were running or passing the ball, but the defensive line, they just keep getting better, and we keep having more guys get to have more guys that play there, and they keep doing a good job. So, that's exciting for us.
All right, Coach. Good luck second half.
All right, thank you.
Devin.
Thank you very much, Russ, on the field, along with Coach Mitch Gebhardt, 60-0. Southeast of Saline with the lead. When we come back, we'll see how they got there with scoring plays from Dr. Andrew Westbrook. We'll also take stats for you. Coming up next, though, we'll have a check of the Southeast of Saline Booster Club. We'll see what they're up to, including a big event coming up on October 12th. We'll do all that when we come back. Southeast of Saline at the break. It's halftime, brought to you by Knauf Auto and Truck Accessories. 60-0 Trojans here on KINA.
For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
The Southeast of Saline School District has a long-standing reputation for excellence. This excellence in public education has been a source of great pride and one of the factors contributing to the quality of life in our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation works in partnership with the USD 306 School District and the community that it serves to maximize student potential, thereby creating a lasting legacy, not only for our children, but for our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation salutes the Trojan sports program.
This is the Trojan Halftime Report. Coming up, a first half recap, stats, interviews, and a look at other area games. Let's head back to the stadium for Trojan Halftime on KINA.
Back here at Steve Fritz Field on the campus of Southeast of Saline High School. It's homecoming 2024. Already a couple of crowns given out to Evan Watkins, also Callie Augustine tonight. Southeast of Saline leads at 60-0 as we are on the Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories halftime report. And get a little update here with the Booster Club. Tammy Keller is with us. Boy, it just seems like you guys are boosting more than ever before. It's a lot of activity. It's a lot of busy stuff, but all good stuff right now. I just wanted to get you guys up here and talk in the booth and give the folks just kind of a preview of some stuff going on and stuff that we want people to attend, take part of, participate in. Actually, the Booster Bash is a big one that's been coming up. You guys have been planning this for some time. This is a big event coming up October 12th. What all is going on? What is the Booster Bash, and how did this kind of come to fruition?
The Booster Bash is an event next week that is silent auction, dinner, beverages, entertainment. Back in the middle of the summer, I was called in to the athletic department, and they said they wanted to get the Booster Club more involved in events and some fundraising, because Southeast of Saline has some big fundraising going on right now.
Yeah.
So we decided to start with this Booster Bash, first annual Booster Bash auction night next week. Tickets are $50 a person, or if you have 8 friends, it's $375. We are getting close to sold out, so we appreciate it. If you want to attend, please reach out to a Booster Club member or go to our Facebook page, because we do have a Google document to get you a table or tickets before we do sell out.
That was the next question I was going to ask. How much space do you have left for this? Because it is limited, right? You can't probably walk in the day of.
You cannot walk in the day of. That way we have numbers, so we have food for you, and seating is a big one. We are using the venue out on in North Salina. It holds a couple hundred people, and we're about 2/3 right now. We have a lot pending that we're hoping to be sold by the weekend, so we're hoping to sell out by Sunday. So, yeah.
There's another fundraising effort going on that revolves more around the spring sports of softball and baseball that has come out here over the last week to 10 days. Tell us about that as well.
Yeah, we just kicked off the Kevin Noonan Memorial Fund, and Kevin was known in the community, not just at Southeast, but he worked at every level of baseball, softball that you could imagine in Salina. Y ball, Little League ball, coached a lot. He was a great teacher. Keep hearing great stories about him. And so we thought that no better way than to kick off the Kevin Noonan Memorial Fund. And if we are able to get just over $400,000 in fundraising, our sports complex out back, where our baseball and softball fields are, will be named in honor of him.
Yeah, and there's a lot that goes into those complexes. I know they get maintained and things like that. I know the coaches do a lot of stuff around with it, but there's no lights out there. It got to the point with the baseball field, from what I understand, that we were advised not to have games there. So there are some improvements that not only wanted, but they're needed, aren't they?
Correct. Right now I know the baseball field is already started, so next spring you will see renovations on that field. But again, that was some funds that were fronted, and we would like to be able to help with that. So we have started the Booster Bash and the Kevin Noonan Memorial Fund. We also have a sponsorship availability. Lots of stuff going on. Like I said, on our Facebook page, we have a lot of information. If somebody has questions and they're not much on social media, they can reach out to us at sesbooster@gmail.com, and we can reach out. They can also call the school, and somebody will get them in the right direction as well.
What else do you have going on? What am I missing here?
Not much. We just have the Booster Bash. My sponsors. I'm always taking sponsors. We have family sponsors, spent levels, purple, white, and gray. If your family would like to sponsor at $25, $50, or $100, we're also always taking business boosters. We have great amount of businesses in the community that support us and allow us to hang banners along field side, and then they will move in court side for the winter.
It's so great because this railing that we look at here at home games, it becomes fuller and fuller and fuller every single year. There's more people jumping in, and we not only have sponsors like that here at home games where people can see the banners. Our radio broadcast, our video cast also, it is pretty much sold out. We have room that we can maybe stick a couple in. I'm not going to turn you down if you call me, but just the support that has been garnered here at Southeast of Saline is second to none. It's been such a good job. And there are some big projects out here. You can never have too much support. Talk about the project here at the football stadium. We look around right now. The field looks probably some of the best that it ever has. The track, of course. We went forever without having track meets here. Now we have a track that we can brag about. We have a good scoreboard that we can brag about, but there's still work to be done with concessions, with the media box, and with restrooms too here, with what is called the Fieldhouse Project here. And that is just one of the things that people need to raise funds for and get together.
And that is one of our fundraising. Like, I don't want to sell that short either. Like, not only are we working up there on the baseball and softball field fundraising, but also the field house here at the football field. And who knows, maybe the football field might look for turf depending on what the coaches want and where the fundraising goes. So we don't want to leave out any sports, absolutely. So we like to be successful and show that we support all.
You always wonder, why do you need turf when you only play, so many games here a year? But I think 2 weeks ago that was a great example of why you need turf. When the weather comes in, it wasn't a case of could we play that night or not. We couldn't, because this field would have gotten torn up to the point where it would have been no good the rest of the year. And I think people miss that sometimes. Also, you can have year-round activities if you have an artificial surface as well. And I'm not trying to sway people one way or the other. I'm just making some points of schools that have turf and how they're able to use it not only for school purposes, but also the public can come in and have great events too. What else is there? Is there anything else we're missing?
There's not. I mean, I'd like to talk maybe real quick some of our auction items for the Booster Bash. We've had some grills donated by local businesses. We have K-State memorabilia, Chiefs memorabilia, Royals memorabilia. We had some connections in Texas, so we have some really cool memorabilia coming from, can't say the team. I think Jerry Jones was involved, but I'm not 100%. Yep. We have coolers, all kinds of stuff. Like, businesses have really shown up for us and showing that they want this to be successful, and we appreciate it greatly. But even the school's given us front row to kindergarten graduation and front row to senior graduation. So if you want to be a front row person at one of those graduations, you need to attend the Booster Bash to have a chance to bid on those items.
As much as demand as the football seats are in, they need to block off about 4 seats for football games too.
Absolutely.
And give those away, because I get here really early. I get here about 4:30 on game day, and there's already people sitting out here and reserving their seats for football games. So a lot of good stuff going on. Again, your Facebook page is very informed. It is very updated. Everybody can go there. And I imagine for the event coming up next week on the Booster Bash, if somebody has something that they want to donate to that can be in the silent auction, there's still a lot of time to do that.
Yep, absolutely. Again, I said if you have any questions, you want any donations, you want to buy some tickets, please email us at sesbooster@gmail.com, and we will help you out. Or reach out to us on Facebook. Again, that's another one. It's Southeast of Saline Booster Club. Right now, I think that's it.
Yeah, give you something else to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're very busy. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
Tammy Keller and the Southeast of Saline Booster Club, they're getting ready for a lot of big activities. Again, put it on your calendar. Make reservations now, October 12th. It is the Booster Night for Southeast of Saline, the Booster Bash for the Trojans. When we come back, we'll go over numbers from the first half. It is 60-0 Southeast of Saline as we take a 2-minute timeout here on KINA.
At Commercial Tire Centers to look over your vehicle. Summer was tough on your tires, and winter's coming on strong. You don't want to be left stranded with tires that aren't performing. Car, truck, SUV, trailers, farm, and big rigs. Commercial Tire will help you keep safe and productive. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9 in Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
1, 2, 3, 5. It is third down and 8 for the Trojans. They really need to make the right call here.
During the football game, it's crucial to make the right call. And in real estate, one call can bring a positive outcome from your real estate experience. Whether you're looking for real property, upsizing to make room for the family, downsizing, or acquiring investment property, call Winnell Garrettson at Salina Homes.
What a call! Touchdown, Trojans!
Buy or sell, call Winnell.
Just like our favorite team, I want to represent our community and keep this place somewhere we can all be proud to call home. My name is Lori Blake, and I'm running to be your representative in the Kansas House. As a hometown girl, I have committed to put in the work. That means listening to your concerns, learning about things I haven't had to know yet, and quite simply just showing up for you when things get tough. It's what I've done as a parent, neighbor, and friend. I am community invested, have leadership that's been tested, and am ready to work for you. Vote Lori Blake for Kansas on November 5th. Paid for by Lori Blake for Kansas, John Quinley, Treasurer.
Whether on the field, court, or operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 50 years of combined service. If you need help staying active, or maybe you just want to discuss the newest techniques and services that Salina Ortho provides, or you want to see one of their trusted physicians, visit salinaortho.com. Come see Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
You are listening to Southeast Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Back here at halftime, 60-0 Southeast of Saline. Let's go over stats from the first half. These are brought to you by the Bank of Tesket. Numbers. Gannon Jacobson, 5 of 12, throwing the football. You may say, well, that's not so great. But he has 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 128 yards. Gannon also in the rushing game, unofficially, 11 carries, 200 yards. He's getting help from Marion Holub, 10 carries, 61 yards, 14 yards on a carry from Levon Hopkins, a touchdown on 2 carries for Tucker Thaxton, and 4 yards. Kenyon Douglas has 8 yards. For the receiving game, 3 touchdowns for Jacobson, spread all out. Kenyon Douglas leads the way right now. 2 catches, a touchdown, 53 yards. Tucker Thaxton, 2 catches, 45 yards, and a touchdown. Caden Berrigan, a 30-yard touchdown reception. For Lyons, 6 of 15, throwing the football for 34 yards. No touchdowns and an interception. So far, 3 rushing yards. Totals for the first half, Southeast of Saline, 287 rushing. Lyons with 3. Southeast of Saline, 128 passing. Lyons with 34. Total offense in the first half, Southeast of Saline, 415 yards of total offense. Lyons with 37. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll take a check of the Bennington State Bank scoreboard and also scoring. Brought to you by Dr. Andrew Westbrook. It's a 1-minute timeout here on KINA.
Mary Maids in Salina offers house cleaning services you can see and feel. Your home is more than just a house. It's where memories are made and moments are cherished. Though life can be complicated, house cleaning shouldn't be. Mary Maids strives to take the stress out of your day so you can live your life your way. With more than 40 years experience and an advanced time-tested cleaning process, they can help you reclaim time with your loved ones. Find Mary Maids on Facebook or check out their website at marymaids.com.
The Southeast of Saline School District has a long-standing reputation for excellence. This excellence in public education has been a source of great pride and one of the factors contributing to the quality of life in our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation works in partnership with the USD 306 School District and the community that it serves to maximize student potential, thereby creating a lasting legacy, not only for our children, but for our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation salutes the Trojan Sports Program.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Football on KINA.
Back here at halftime, 60-0 Southeast of Saline. We did not get to chat on the air with him, but I did get to chat with Wade Castleman earlier. Southeast of Saline's cross-country runners yesterday at the Halstead Invitational. On the girls' side, they took gold as a team, 30 points. Smoky Valley in second with 45. Cheney in third with 94. Piper Brown, the leading runner for Southeast of Saline, 4th overall. And I know that Coach Castleman's wanted these runners to kind of pack up a little bit. Southeast of Saline had, on the girls' side, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th as finishers. And that Piper Brown, Anna Jackson, Callie Augustine, homecoming queen, by the way, Reagan Duran, Ava McGraw, all for Southeast of Saline's girls. On the boys' side, first place also for the Trojans, 45 team points. Hutch Trinity in second, Goddard in third for Southeast of Saline. They ran at 2nd, 6th, 7th, 12th, and 19th. Those runners were Braden Walker, Jacob Taney, Jacob Bircher, Zachary Carlin, and Brooks Carlin. And another successful outing for Southeast of Saline's cross-country runners. Boy, a lot of scoring there in that first half, especially in the second quarters. We look at scoring brought to you by Dr. Andrew Westbrook at Maury Clinic. The sports medicine department, Dr. Westbrook has a walk-in clinic you can go every Monday and Thursday mornings for all your sports injuries. A couple of touchdowns in the first quarter. They scored 20 in the first quarter. Jacobson to Thaxton. Hollub on a 4-yard run, then Jacobson to Canyon Douglas. Then it really got going in the second quarter. 40 points in the second quarter for Southeast of Saline. Jacobson 2 more touchdown passes, a couple of touchdown runs. Canyon Douglas with an interception, then a kickoff fumble that was recovered by Evan Watkins. And we're at 60-0 here at halftime. We will have a running clock the whole second half, and I'm sure a lot of young men in and out of the game here for Southeast of Saline and for Lyons, as we're just about ready to go here in the second half. Russ?
Yeah, just wholesale changes here on the return side. Look like Jaden Closter back deep. Maybe Bryson Lippold. Can't read
Tyler Bramblett.
Tyler Bramblett.
That 4.6 and that 4.8 look very similar. So we'll see if the ball will get it back deep. It is a high end-over-end kick coming up. It's going to be Closter. He'll take it at the 15-yard line. Angling left to the 20. 25 has a crease, spun around at the 30, and brought down at the 32-yard line. That's where Southeast of Saline and Tiernan Potachik will take over here as we start second half of action. 60-0 Southeast of Saline. Clock will run here for this second half.
Garrett Kuhn in on the line. Cooper Westhoff. Trey Droege, and then they turned their backs to me, and I couldn't see the number. Turned their sides.
James Friesen is in there at the slot back spot. He has Levon Hopkins directly behind him in the pistol. Friesen now will shift over to the left-hand side. Snap here, back to Hopkins. Levon will take it straight ahead before he is hit and dropped there for no gain on the play.
Yeah, and Lyons still having all their starters out there right now on defense. And if you thought Southeast was undersized before, when we bring in these other young men out on the field, really undersized now.
Jaden Closter out there in a slot. They're going to run that way behind Closter. This is Hopkins again, and he will get next to nothing back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. Tiernan Potachik is your quarterback. Came in and spelled Gannon Jacobson a little bit at quarterback when Gannon got dinged up last week. Adam Thiel, a junior, is out here split out wide to the left. Closter will join him now as a receiver on that left-hand side. 3rd down and 9 here for Tiernan Potachik. Shotgun formation, wants to roll out to the left. He is a southpaw. He's going to throw it out in the flat, and he's going to have Closter, who's going to tightrope that sideline. Oh, they're going to say he stepped out here at the 43. So it's a first down for Southeast of Saline, a gain of 10 at that time for Tiernan Potachik. Out to Jaden Closter.
Ball comes out of Tiernan Potachik's hand very quickly. Southpaw, like you said, rolling to that left-hand side, just natural for him to stay running, not really having to square his shoulders up to find the receiver right there for a big 3rd down pickup to get first down.
That was big. You don't want to come out and turn it back to Lyons right out of the gate in the second half. Here is Potachik. He's going to hand it off to Levon Hopkins, who will be piled ahead. Looks like we're going to have a face mask here. Boy, he got spun around and the flags flying everywhere.
Lyric Lilly coming in for Friesen. Lyric, excuse me.
Okay. So the face mask is the 5-yard variety. It'll take it out to the 49.
So a rule I never understood. A face mask is a face mask. It should be 15 yards.
I think it was the forearm across the face mask and not actually grabbing, turning, and making him go Beetlejuice. Here's Tiernan Potachik on the read option. He's going to go straight up the gut, and he'll be brought down at the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 that time.
Tiernan took a big shot right there as he tried to go up for first down. Good to see him get back up after that big collision. And that's 2 or 3 times now you see Tiernan. He obviously is not the biggest guy out there on the field, only 130 pounds, but does not shy away from contact, which is maybe a coach's kid thing or something.
We've been seeing him play a lot of defense lately. He's really good at that safety spot. Here's Levon Hopkins. He's going to bounce it out to the right-hand side. He's going to take on a couple of secondary guys here for the Lions, and he's going to have a gain of 13. Inside of the 30 now goes Levon Hopkins.
And I like what I see out of this young man. You know, you don't get to see him a lot at the varsity level, but talking to Coach Gebhardt walking up at halftime, I said I really like what I see out of Levon, and he goes, he's going to get a lot of touches.
I know Coach Gebhardt feels good about all three of his running backs. Here's a screen play out to the left-hand side. It's going to go to the 10 and then inside of the 5-yard line is Tiernan Potacek again able to roll out here and complete another pass.
Yeah, Lilly again just rolling out and did a good job seeing that one in. Didn't turn, had plenty of open field, saw it into his hands, then turned upfield, tried to make one little step move, but getting it way down now inside the Can-Equip red zone for the first time in the second half.
Larry Kalili, a catch of 22 yards that time, down to the 5-yard line from Tiernan Potacek. And they're going to give it to Levon Hopkins straight up the gut. He's going to score. Levon Hopkins, his first rushing touchdown of the season on the varsity level. It's a 5-yard carry, and he has 5 carries for 33 yards. Now he has a touchdown to go with it.
Yeah, and that offensive line, it doesn't matter who's in there. They struggled on the first 3 plays, or first 2 plays really giving up no yards, but right there, just the rest of that drive, very impressive job by those young men up front.
Hopkins from 5 yards out, set up by that Lilly reception. 2-point conversion is no good. We'll step aside and take a break. 6:56 left to go with a running clock. Southeast of Saline leads at 66-0 here on KINA.
We are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Mowry Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Mowry Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
You're listening to Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Clock continues to run here in Homecoming 2024. Back in the Equity Bank broadcast booth, Devin Haney along with Russ Kossel. A drive to open the second half. That's a confidence-building drive for these youngsters from southeast of Saline as they go down the field and cap it off on a 5-yard touchdown run by Levon Hopkins. The kick out of bounds here. They have made a substitute at kicker, too. That's Adam Thiel in their kicking. And it will go out of bounds. Lions will start out here at their own 35. Tiernan Potacek making a couple of nice throws, a couple of good runs there by Levon Hopkins as well, Russ.
Yeah, just a really good drive. And like you said, a confidence booster right there. And I think they're going to make them re-kick this.
Okay.
Right here, 5 yards back. And I'm sure Thiel would like to have another shot at it after that one, just kind of a sidewinder off the side of his foot. An update from the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. District play, the same district Southeast is in. End of the third quarter. Ellsworth 7, Hillsboro 6.
Whoa, okay. Okay. Hillsboro, the opponent next week, southeast of Saline, will travel to the campus of Tabor College. If we can only be so lucky to have weather just like this.
It would be real nice because we'll have to sit outside.
Somebody built a college press box that didn't make room for everyone. This kick goes out of bounds again. See if they make him kick it again. Clock continuing to run as we go through all of this. Great chat with Tammy Keller at halftime about all the things going on with the Southeast of Saline Booster Club, all the fundraising efforts, all the projects going on here around campus as SES tries to grow bigger and stronger. Some exciting stuff going on.
We're gonna be at the end of the third quarter here before too long. We're just re-kicking. Devin, there's only 4 minutes left to go here in this third quarter.
I'm gonna guess it's gonna be in about 4 minutes. Of course, we have the scoreboard show tonight coming up at 10 o'clock. A full hour of scores and game wraps from across the state of Kansas. Eric Peterson in the pilot's chair for that one. It's brought to you by Salina Surgical Hospital. Kick is uncorked. This one's a sidewinder. It's going to stay in bounds, and it's a good kick all the way back inside of the 10-yard line. They chase it down to the 5, and Detrell Stanley will make it out to about the 18-yard line as he is able to have a decent return after chasing that football all the way back. That was uncorked.
Not only should they have taken the first one or the second one, that's about a 20-yard flip in field position right there if you take the kick out of bounds.
23 yards. Back to the 12. They could have had it at the 35. So Lions will come out here for their first drive of the second half. It's like Ethan Luck will still be their quarterback here, which is understandable. He's already their backup. after losing their starting quarterback against Beloit earlier this season.
Like Hendricks Lund back there at safety as well.
Ball snapped with 5 seconds on the clock. Here's a carry straight up the gut.
Josh Watkins in on the tackle right there for Southeast.
Joshua Hamilton on the carry.
So your defensive line's just going to be Trey Droege in there, Garrett Kuhn, as well as Alex Sawyers.
Lyric Lilly in there as a linebacker standing up. Tyler Bramblett in there as a corner. Taran Potacek still in there as well, playing defense. James Friesen in there. Here's the counter play out to the right-hand side. This is going to be placed in the gut of Detrell Stanley that time, and he is going to advance it a couple of yards. Bramblett on the tackle that time.
Bramblett, Watkins both coming in up from the bottom of that pile. Good stand right here for Southeast, giving up 5 yards in 2 plays, so see if they can keep them from getting a first down once again.
Ball sitting at the 22-yard line. 3rd down and 6. Two receivers to the right, slot back to the left. Hamilton, the running back. He'll take the carry, cut it back to the right, to the middle of the field. Carrying a couple of Trojans, but a good job there by Southeast of Saline on the pursuit that time. Making the tackle is Josh Watkins. No gain on the play.
He's getting in on about every tackle on this third tackle, third play right there. And Lyons now, I think they gave him maybe 1 on that, so it'll be 4th and about short 4 right here.
Josh Watkins looks like a linebacker, doesn't he?
He does.
Look at that guy.
And then Levon next to him, he definitely looks like a wrecking ball of a linebacker.
4th and 4. Defensive line shifting for Southeast. Ethan Luck wants to throw it. Thought he had the slant. He's going to call that one off. Now he's going to scramble out to the left-hand side. Taran Potacek out there to escort him out of bounds. See where they spot it. They're going to say first down, so 5 yards on the scramble that time by Ethan Luck. 10 carries, -2 on the rushing game. It's been a tough night for Ethan Luck to find any space.
Yeah,
I look out there and just kind of the body type early on as a sophomore. Levon Hopkins just kind of reminds me of Matthew Rodriguez. You know it?
He does.
It's like he's thick below the waist and just kind of out there wanting to hit somebody.
And running the ball, not shying away from it, tucking the ball away, 2 hands on the ball on offense, flying around the field on defense. That'll bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter.
End of the 3rd. Southeast of Saline tacks on 6 here in the quarter as we cruise on through to the 4th. 66-0. Southeast of Saline back with more Trojan football from the Equity Bank broadcast booth after this.
Home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
When there is wastewater backing up into your home, time is crucial. Hours are precious to minimize the mess and damage. That is where Salina Septic Service looks out for you with direct access to their dispatch board, so you can schedule the first available appointment. Upload pictures and description of your problem on the Salina Septic Service website and secure your appointment 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Money-saving specials now and information on worry-free service plans when you visit SalinaSepticService.com.
You are listening to Southeast Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Devin Haney, Russ Kossel back here along with Trey Tolley. The Equity Bank broadcast booth. 4th quarter action, 66-0. Southeast of Saline leading Lyons here in district and league play. First down and 10 for the Lyons as they take over here at their own 28-yard line. Ethan Luck Puts it in the end around this time to Will Miller. Miller makes some positive treks down the field and will get a gain of 11. Good carry that time by Will Miller.
Elijah Kerr coming into the game. Tristan Swank coming in on the line. One more on the far side. Now they're rotating. Maybe I can see his number now. Kane Sawyers.
Yep. First down and 10, 39-yard line. After that gain for Lyons. Gage Fritz, a freshman, over here at the right corner for Southeast of Saline. Ethan Luck turns, gives it to Hamilton, and he is going to be taken down in the backfield that time. First initial hit was Tristan Swank, the 233-pound freshman for Southeast.
Got another Chance Nichols coming into the game. Eli Olander checking out. They missed a blatant hold right there. Elijah Kerr got through the line untouched and just got picked up from behind and turned to the other side. So a good job of getting through the line of scrimmage right there by Southeast.
Loss of 4 backs them up here to the 36-yard line. Lions now with 2nd down and 14. 4 wide receivers. Try a little shovel pass, a little touch pass, and there's a fumble, but it's going to go from a Lion to a Lion and end up in a positive carry that time as the fumble popped free. It ends up with Quanick Hamilton, and he will take it ahead to the 45 to the 46-yard line. After all that, ends up gaining 10 yards in the passing game.
Some more wholesale changes in. Ryan Weller now into the game. Jared Friesen coming in as well. Austin Bramblett in on the defensive line. Tyson Keller coming in at the far corner.
Another freshman. These guys had a good victory over Kingman in JV play earlier this week. Gannon Jacobson holding the clipboard, looking like a quarterback. Over here on the sideline, he had a good night tonight. 6 touchdowns for Gannon. Ethan Luck is going to string it out as he is going to step out of bounds at the line of scrimmage. Oh, they're going to advance him 2. 3rd down and 1 coming up.
Yeah, gave him generous, good spot right there. So now it'll bring up 4. Well, now they're going to bring it back about 2 yards. 4th and 2.
Okay. Trust you.
That's scary.
From the 47, 4th down and 3. From the 47-yard line. They have to cross pretty much the 50, or at least get to the 50 for a first down.
Ty Kniper back there at safety on the far side of the field.
2 receivers to the right. They're going to run it. And it's going to be Hamilton. Boy, working his way through traffic, just kind of had that left arm swinging, ball on the right arm, and he's able to get 4 yards and a first down. Josh Hamilton, nice carry that time for Josh Hamilton.
Yeah, good patient run right there. I think we've announced just about everybody that's coming to the game except for one. We got a first-time entrant back at safety, another freshman, Max Gordon, out on the field. Pretty sure we've touched the whole roster tonight.
8.5 minutes left to play. We will get there quickly, so I will warn you right now. We'll get final comments of this game from Mitch Gebhardt. We will also get final stats. We'll have a final check of the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. Have a Vernon Jewelers gym of the game. And an Everhart Precision Ag pass of the game. There's Hamilton again. Dancing around. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. No more. First Friday of October. District play. Southeast of Saline. I think it's safe to say they're going to go to 5-0. It'll be the 5th consecutive season. Mitch Gebhardt and the Trojans have started a season 5-0. Quite the run lately. The impressive thing about it, when I say 5 years, none of the guys on the sideline right here were here when that run started.
Yeah, and I think that's the most impressive thing about it. All these guys knew in the last 4 years, so very impressive job by this Southeast Saline coaching staff.
2nd down and 10, ball on the turf. Ethan Luck has to go down and grab it. He's going to lose 4. So a loss of 4 there. That'll put him back on the other side of the midfield stripe at the 47-yard line.
How is this for the Southeast Saline coaching staff and these young kids? You're running 6-7 guys in every play, swapping them out, knowing what responsibilities they have. I think that just goes to show the Southeast Saline coaching staff that they've been together for 10 plus, 12 plus, you know the exact number, but I know it's 10 plus years, and got these kids ready to play tonight.
And they've never been caught with too many men on the field.
Ever.
Carson Berrigan on the field now, another freshman. Lots of movement up front, no flag. Hamilton gets through the line of scrimmage, and he is going to be brought down again. Levon Hopkins in there, Max Gordon in there. Also in on that tackle, Mason Sanders. 4th down and 11 coming up. Football sitting directly on the 50-yard line. So Lyons looks like they're going to have their punt unit come on. They will punt it away. It appears nobody deep yet for Southeast of Saline as they're still playing defense. Snap back, a little token pressure up the middle, and the punt's going to bounce to the 15. It's going to bounce to the 5 and go into the end zone. So a touchback there on the punt. Southeast of Saline's offense will come out. They will start at the 20-yard line. That punt netted 30 yards. 5:35 left to go as that clock continues to roll down. Still 66-0, Southeast of Saline. Want to thank Suburban Appliance, along with Sage Products. Folks at Smart Insurance with 3 locations, one in Salina, one in Harrington, and one in Abilene. Mary Maids, Salina Ortho, along with Frisbee Construction, Aceria Oil and Hardware, and Hancock Chiropractic. Russ has left the Equity Bank broadcast booth to go down to the sidelines. Have a conversation down there with Mitch Gebhardt when this one's over. Here comes Levon Hopkins again. Has a big hole on the right-hand side. He's out across the 30 and brought down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 11 for Levon Hopkins, as he has 6 carries, 44 yards, and a touchdown so far.
And a lot of yards after contact, more importantly.
First down and 10 for Southeast of Saline. 4.5 minutes left to go. Tyson Keller in there at quarterback. There's Tyson coming through, second level, 45, still carrying the pile to the 50, and there's going to be a flag on the play here. I can imagine maybe that's a face mask, Russ, as that pile just kept on moving, and the official, the back judge in there looking at it, threw the flag in at the feet of the pile.
Yeah, not sure what else it could be right there, but a good job by Keller just eating that contact, and then offensive lineman coming up to help him out.
20 yards. What do they call it there, Russ? I didn't even see it.
They called it aiding, so I don't know in the high school level if you can technically go down the field and aid your guy like that, but I got a little help down here because I was unsure of what exactly that call was.
Okay.
Got a new running back in the game as well. Max Gordon.
Gordon on the right hip of Tyson Keller this time. A couple of freshmen. Snap back to Keller, little read option. Keller will keep it again. Tyson bounces it out to the right-hand side. Look out. Tyson Keller across midfield to the 40, to the 30, and then horse collared from behind and taken down at the 20-yard line. Tyson Keller showing some speed there as he breaks off back-to-back runs of 20 and 30 yards, 2 carries, 50 yards.
And I'm going to say this, but I turned around to look up at the crowd after I watched that, and that gal you interviewed there at halftime from the Booster Club might have been the most excited over here on the southeast sideline.
Tyson made it all the way to the 20. Now they'll go half the distance to the goal, just inside of the 10, as Southeast of Saline once again breaks it into the Case IH red zone, brought to you by Can-Equip and Solomon. Clock at 2:28.
You got to let him run it again, right? He's got it all the way down here. Let him have one more shot.
He has 2 carries for 50 yards. Why not? Ball sitting at the 9. Keller and Gordon remain in the backfield. Off to left hip now is Chance Nichols. He's in the slot. Keller looked for Gordon. Now he's going to take it in. Left-hand side has a big hole there, and he's going to be close to the goal line. They're going to spot him down here at the 2-yard line. It's a gain of 7 for Tyson Keller. So spot him down at the 2. Clock continues to roll down. 1:45 remaining. Coach Jacobson has left his perch up top of the press box. He's back on the sideline.
The kids are down here watching them call the plays, and they keep getting upset. I think they want some certain somebody to carry this ball into the end zone.
Keller with it. As he takes the snap, it's going to slip through his hands. He'll chase it back to the 10, and then he'll be taken down there back at the 9. So a loss there is 7. Clock now down, approaching the 1 minute mark. 1:03 left to go as the clock continues to run. 3rd and goal now from the 10. Everybody wearing purple, looking over here at the sidelines. I think they got the play call they wanted.
I know where it's going, but I'm not going to spoil it.
Okay. Pistol formation, Gordon behind Keller this time. Tyson has to get a high snap. Now he's dancing around, trying to save a few yards here, and he's going to bust ahead to the 6 on a gain of 4.
So that play was designed to get Max Gordon the ball. They've been hammering the coach to try to get Max the ball.
And that will be the last play of the game, as Southeast of Saline will let the clock run out, and they will secure a 66-0 victory over the Lyons. Another good outing for Southeast of Saline, and for the 5th consecutive season, Southeast of Saline's Trojans have started 5-0. When we come back, it's the Commercial Tire Center's post-game report. We'll have comments from Mitch Gebhardt. We'll also have final stats for you, final check of the Bennington State Bank scoreboard, and more. It's all coming up on post-game. It's brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers for the road home after another Trojan victory. 66-0 over Lyons right here on KINA.
Jewelers, we are celebrating 140 years of our family serving yours, serving you with the best in prices, quality, and the service to back it up. You can trust us for your unique custom pieces and any repair you may need. And just because we've been around for 140 years doesn't mean we are old and out of touch. It just means we're really good at what we do. Now is the time to shop for the holiday. Come see us in downtown Salina and look for the iconic Vernon Jewelers sign on Santa Fe, here for you since 1884.
Fall is the absolute best time for the experts at Commercial Tire Centers to look over your vehicle. Summer was tough on your tires, and winter's coming on strong. You don't want to be left stranded with tires that aren't performing. Car, truck, SUV, trailers, farm, and big rigs. Commercial Tire will help you keep safe and productive. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th in Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
The Trojans are experts in precision passes, and Everhart Precision Ag are your experts in grid soil sampling. Everhart Precision Ag does all the sampling and data analysis in-house, keeping it local and close to the farm. They're also your local channel seedsman, selling all seeds with an emphasis in corn and soybeans. Trust Matt Everhart and Lane Hensley at Everhart Precision Ag, serving Saline, Dickinson, McPherson, and Ottawa counties, and also supporting Southeast of Saline Trojans. For more information, visit everhartprecision.com.
When it rains, it pours, so it's important for you to get coverage that meets your needs. The team at Kniper Agency with Farmers Insurance can help you understand your options so you can prepare for what the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Learn more by calling Stephanie, Morgan, or Tiffany at the Kniper Agency at 825-8419 to find out how they can help you protect the things that matter most to you.
We are farmers.
Underwritten by Farmers, Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Time for the Trojan postgame show on KINA Sports. Stick around for the game recap, final stats, and reaction from the coach. This is Trojan Football on KINA.
Back here on the campus of Southeast of Saline High School, homecoming 2024, and a big victory for the Southeast of Saline Trojans, 66-0. They moved to 5-0 for the 5th consecutive years. We are on the Commercial Tire Center's postgame report, and boy, just some things to take care of here, like our Everhart Precision Ag Precision Pass of the game. And I don't think we can get another pass that we can talk about. There's two passes really It's the one in the back of the end zone to Canyon Douglas that Gannon Jacobson dropped in for a touchdown. That one went from 25 yards away on that play, but also the pass down the sideline that set up another touchdown. It was a Tucker Thaxton touchdown run, but the pass that converted a 4th down to Tucker Thaxton down the right-hand sideline, also a candidate for our Everhart Precision Pass of the game. And, boy, just a lot of good things tonight. Gannon Jacobson, our Vernon Jewelers Gym of the game, 140 years in business in downtown Salina. The holidays are coming up. You want to make a trip to Vernon Jewelers and get your holidays squared away. 140 years in business, and they have everything you need. Gifts starting under $100. Let's go down on the field. Here's Coach with Russ.
Coach, 66-0. We talked at the end of the first half, you're going to get these younger guys in, and I think that really builds a lot of confidence for them is that they take that drive down the field and put it in the end zone.
I was really proud of the way they played, to be honest with you. In both offensive and defensively, we got everybody in. Everybody got to contribute to this win, and it's our first win in district, and they all contributed to it. But, yeah, that opening drive, for them to be able to take the ball down and drive it and do what they did with it, they did a good job.
And more importantly, your team, the starters, the guys who get all the reps, they like to see that 0 on the scoreboard. So even those guys playing on defense, you guys are making 6-7 guy changes every play, swapping people in and out, and new guys every play, and they're still able to hold them scoreless in that second half.
Yeah, like I said, I'm proud of them, and I'm proud of the older guys for cheering those guys on and helping them out when they're going in and things like that. But I thought our younger guys played really well the second half.
Yeah, just a great win, 1-0 again. More importantly, 1-0 in district play. On to Hillsboro next week. Coach, we'll talk to you soon.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Devin.
Thank you very much. Russ on the sidelines talking with head coach Mitch Gebhardt after a dominant victory over the Lyons, 66-0. And when you look at the final numbers brought to you by the Bank of Tesket, it wasn't even close. Gannon Jacobson tonight was the Vernon Jewelers Gym of the game. Jacobson 128 yards passing for 3 touchdowns. He hit 3 different targets. Caden Berrigan, Tucker Thaxton, Canyon Douglas all had touchdown catches. Jaden Kloster and Lyric Lilly came in, and they had receptions from Tiernan Potachik. Southeast of Saline tonight racks up 160 yards of passing. Then we also had Gannon Jacobson in the rushing game. 11 carries, 200 yards rushing. Also 3 touchdowns there. Jacobson was aided by Amarion Olub, 10 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown. Levon Hopkins had 6 carries, 44 yards, and a touchdown. Tucker Thaxton had a couple of carries and a touchdown on the ground. Also 54 yards by Tyson Keller in the rushing game. All in all, Southeast of Saline, 382 yards rushing. You put that with the 160 yards passing, 542 yards of total offense unofficially for Southeast of Saline. Their defense gave up less than 70 tonight. As the Lions, 25 yards rushing, 44 yards passing. As Southeast of Saline, again, moves to 5-0 on the season. They're making a habit of this, now the 5th consecutive year that Southeast of Saline has started a season 5-0. They will now direct their attention, as Russ talked with Coach on the field, to the Hillsboro Trojans, who were in a dogfight, a low-scoring dogfight with Ellsworth at last check. But Gannon Jacobson tonight, Russ, we've talked about it throughout the broadcast, a little bit of a rough start, maybe trying to see some things that weren't there. But he rebounds tonight in this game. 128 yards in the air, 3 touchdowns, 11 carries on the ground, 200 yards, 3 touchdowns there. Most importantly for the Southeast team, no turnovers, but they have 2 takeaways. They get the interception from Canyon Douglas. They get the recovery on the kickoff by Evan Watkins. Second time this year that he has done that. He had one against Beloit, too. Also against Beloit, Canyon Douglas had an interception. So you put the trends together there, and Southeast of Saline, without turning the ball over tonight, they get 2 takeaways. They're now back even on the plus-minus margin for the year. And this Southeast team, when they start turning people over, it's going to get ugly, because right now they're really not, and they're just playing stable football without a lot of takeaways, but they're not turning the ball over a lot either, and they're just kind of a steady ship, man, just going right now.
Yeah, the defense, has been playing really, really good these last few weeks, and anytime you can, and regardless of who you're playing, it is hard to play a whole football game and keep that other team from scoring. It doesn't matter the caliber, the class, whatever you're playing, for a defense, especially with all 60, 70 guys getting out on the field and putting up a goose egg. But back to Gannon Jacobson, I'm really glad that they did not go away from that after that first drive where he kind of struggled. Like Coach said, he was seeing things that he wasn't seeing. And then he just drops those dimes as the game goes on, just another completion, touchdown, and getting that rhythm back. And the turnover battle now is back to 0 for the year, -2 coming into this game. So a good team win. I think a more important thing is now that the game's over, you got guys rest who needed rest, and now they can come back and play.
It is a final for Hillsboro and Ellsworth. Ellsworth beats Hillsboro. They move their record now to the Hillsboro Trojans at 2-3. Ellsworth also undefeated at 5-0. Ellsworth 14-6 tonight over Hillsboro. Some other scores in the area: El Saline 45 Solomon tonight. That game got over early. El Saline up 45-0. That game was called. Also, Wamego and Buhler in a dogfight with about 6 minutes left. Wamego has a 5-point lead. We encourage you to keep it right on SalinaPost.com for final scores tonight. Also, Abilene and Marysville going into overtime. Marysville, one of the top-ranked teams in Class 3A, they're having trouble in Abilene right now against the Cowboys. We'll wrap it all up, though, from 10 until 11 o'clock tonight with the high school football scoreboard show. Eric Peterson navigates the waters from 10 until 11 o'clock. That is presented by Salina Surgical Hospital. Another great outing for the Southeast Trojans as they move to 5-0 on the season. 542 yards of total offense tonight, guided by their junior quarterback, Gannon Jacobson, in on 6 touchdowns, 3 in the air and 3 on the ground. For Trey Tolley on the roof, presenting live stream video. You can watch this game anytime you want. Just go to Salina Post Sports on YouTube. You can watch this or any Southeast of Saline game that is archived there. Also, Russ Kossel, Devin Haney. Thank you for joining us for Homecoming 2024. The Southeast of Saline Trojans win it. Stay tuned for the scoreboard show that starts at 10 o'clock. Big thank you also to studio engineer tonight, Chris Cadle. 66-0, another Trojan victory right here on KINA.